but I'm ready.
Well,
Well.
let's just say there's a cheap and lazy beginning, so you'll know what you need to do.
Now we start out in the inn again,
So we are now
like you
live.
do with every second adventure.
You guys won't have any problem finding Mads, I don't think.
I think, giving how you look, we can even find you by smell.
Literally just said that to Jurnis.
Yep, she did.
Okay. Well, since I can't seem to edit the picture on.
You need to click on
never
edit, then you can change the picture, and if you switch to your character, you get to see your character's picture.
Yes, I just remembered that.
Okay, so to give everyone a little bit of context for those who usually tune in for the Curse of Strahd, all three of you on the VODs, we're taking a slight hiatus from the Curse of Strahd because Dennis, aka Ezilu, is moving, and Creature's taking a little break off as well, as he's still adapting to his new work schedule. So for the next 4 or 5 weeks, depending on how everybody fares, we'll be diving into a module that I have had sitting on my shelf for 1.5 years, Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as it has been sitting on my shelf for 1.5 years, I haven't had time to fully read it. I have read enough to cover maybe the first 2 weeks.
Time for that purchase to justify itself.
Pretty much. So,
This is why we get the digital copy.
I don't know, sometimes it's just better to have the physical book to reference. It's easier to read the physical book than a PDF, I find.
Yes,
when I'm doing stuff for the Curse of Strahd, I have the module book here. It's easier for me to read from the module than it is to read from the PDF version.
I like having PDFs as reference, but when I try to read them seriously, my brain just starts blanking.
Yes, I mean, as a reference, if you need to cross-reference something, it is easier to use a PDF because, after all, it's not that nice to sit on for a catch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, it just seems so much denser when it's on the screen on the PDF zoomed in,
Okay. So, let's give everyone a little bit of context. The city of Waterdeep.
It's a very low-resolution map.
It'll take a moment to load.
Or 15.
The city of Waterdeep is one of the great shining jewels of the world. Anything you could ever want, you could find in this vaulted town. High nobility to the lowest thief. Everything is in between is here. From the great guilds to the common adventurers. This city is a bastion for anyone who wants to try and make a living. The city applauds adventurers, as it has been saved many times by those noble few who would step forward and face the dangers. And mostly, this is due to one place in particular. The Yawning Portal is a boisterous tavern straddling the Dock Ward and the Trade Ward. Within this tavern, there is a gaping hole that leads to a legendary dungeon called the Undermountain, where many adventurers go to seek their fortunes. Some don't return, others return forever changed. But those who do go in tend to come back with a lot of coin. However, that is not the focus for this adventure. Maybe another campaign. We join our latest group of 4 adventurers as they have come to Waterdeep seeking fortune, answers, or maybe just a little bit of spending money. They follow rumors that lead them to the Yawning Portal, where on a notice board they notice someone offering money for what appears to be a relatively easy task. It was spotted by this group of adventurers all at the same time, and they all reached for it and decided perhaps the 4 of us should work together instead of starting a fight in the middle of the tavern of this. So they wait in the corner of the tavern for their benefactor to come and give them more details about the job. So let's move yous over.
Yeah, of course, Mads licked it.
Did you really need to do this?
I licked it. It's mine.
Okay.
That's yes. But she that is what she did. When she saw other people going it, she licked it, but then she shrugged and like held it up for them.
Okay. So, the tavern is boisterous and loud. As you start to basically settle in, glaring at each other over the table of this booth in the corner. Perhaps
Aye.
you'd like to take this opportunity to introduce yourselves.
Give me a hot sec. I'm trying to update my token because I made one. Woohoo!
Who wants to go first?
Well, I suppose I'll go first.
There's the boy.
My name is Hunter Swiftpaw. Ranger, working for the Waterdeep guards as a spy. Oh, I just blew my cover.
A ranger working as a spy. Oh,
Yes,
that
I'm
is
very
something you
stealthy.
find- It's not something you find in our business quite often.
I assume the mentioning you're a spy was said out of character.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do a quick run around out of character. You to introduce your characters, and then you can dive into some juicy RP.
I just saw who's in the group.
I don't know what you mean.
No idea.
So sorry for introducing you there, Hunter. Do you want to continue?
Hunter is mainly here, just taking on smaller jobs. She's currently just an apprentice level spy. So she's authorized by the guards to take on smaller level jobs, such as this. Or what seems to be a small job. To just kind of get information, maybe get a little bit of the gold herself.
Okay. So in it for the riches and any information you can use to sell and make yourself look good to your superiors. Who's next?
Indeed.
I'll go next. Is that cool with everybody?
Sure.
Yep.
Go you ahead, my
Okay.
dear.
Sitting at her table, you see a dark-haired human woman, but it's kind of almost hard to tell if her hair is dark or just filthy like the rest of her. She looks like she's been living in the woods, literally, with dirt and grime and mud in her hair, on her clothes, on her skin. She smells horrible.
I can
She's
attest
got
to
her-
that.
She's got her hands flat on the table, shoulders bent forward, looking at each person, kind of like sniffing at them almost. Her pockets are bulging, and a few of them are open and look to have bits of rodents sticking out of them. And she's not really saying anything. Just kind of sniffing, giggling every so often to herself. And this is Mads.
Okay, I guess I'll take third then.
What?
Right, tonight I will be playing the little kobold bard, Rascal Skyreach. He is just barely above 2 feet tall, 2'2", ruby red scales, crimson eyes, with a scar across his left in particular. His tail has actually been sort of cut at the end, so it's sort of split into two, kind of like an orca's tail. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate, but you know, thin, because a small boy. He's just strumming away idly on his lute, sitting on the table. a particular standout feature of this boy is that he has really friggin' long ears, like a whole foot worth of them. So most of the time, you're probably just going to see his ears waddling by.
That's adorable. And I realized that since everybody else said who they were, Druid for Mads. But that's adorable, Kubur. That's so cute.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud of my boy.
And as I have given you already, it's my name is Ashworth Grumbletoes. I am a hunter. I'm a ranger, so that is why I looked at Swiftboy a little suspiciously. I am a stout halfling. That is, I come from the southern parts of our lands. Oh, look, prey! I need to hunt that now. And yes, I go where my path leads me.
Okay. Seth will be joining us in later weeks. Unfortunately, he's just not able to make it this week.
That's a shame, but we'll be glad to have him.
We'll have him next week.
We love you, buddy.
Was told that there a friend of mine would appear. Don't know which friend.
As you are sitting at your table, Mads just licking the flyer, you start to hear a ruckus coming from closer to the bar. You start to see everyone getting up from their seats and going over. As you see this man appearing to be squaring up against a large half-orc woman. They're in each other's faces, they're swearing at each other. And let me actually look at the official narration, because why not?
This happens once every half hour, right?
You all sit around a sturdy wooden table, lit by a brightly burning candle and littered with plates cleared of food and half-drained tankards. The sounds of gamblers yelling and drunken adventurers singing bawdy songs nearly drown out the off-key strumming of a young bard 3 tables over. Much to the annoyance of Rascal, he's out of tune. Then, all the noise is eclipsed by a shout. "You pig! You like killing my mates, do you?" A 7-foot-tall half-orc is hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. 4 other humans stand behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc cracks her knuckles and roars and leaps at the tattooed figure. Before you see if any blood is drawn, the crowd of spectators clusters in around and the brawl. What do you do? Well, I spontaneously chose the 4th man because I thought there was only 3.
Mads? Now, where is this orc?
Over here.
It is down
right
over
there.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see
Mads?
her.
Sadly did not have time to get a female orc token, but
It's okay.
Nah.
Mads goes, oh, I gotta see this. And she immediately starts heading over. I don't know how far you want me to get.
You can go as far as you want. That is a giant chasm. Just to let you know.
She went around the chasm.
Okay. That is the entrance
And
to the Undermountain.
where's the I'm still okay, so this is the orc and this is the person?
Yep.
And these are the chums.
Yep, those are the chumps. They appear to be just watching at the moment. Like cheering their friend on.
Yeah. She is Mads comes up behind the chums and she's trying to like be unobserved. Where is it? I'm looking. Sorry, I'm trying to find something really quick because she's going to do something.
Oh boy, here we go.
At this point, you hear a crack as the half-orc's fist just contacts the human's jaw. He staggers back and he swings wildly with a haymaker.
Okay, I found the thing I wanted to do. Within line of sight.
Uh-huh.
I just did it. See if did it go in the chat?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Uh-huh. Silly internet. Let me try one more time.
So, Jurnis, does Bard Boy have a specific token? Or is he
There we
just
go.
like, a part of the dressing?
Are you looking for the out of tune bard?
Yeah, I want to try and show him up.
I would say it's this guy over here.
He's too far away. He's too far away from the action.
Yes.
Hey, at the minute
So
he's stopped playing. He's now watching.
Okay, well, Rascal's gonna jump up on this table here and surprise some feisty battle music.
All right, roll performance, and there we are. Mads, blindness and deafness.
Holy shit!
Who are you aiming for?
I am aiming at this gentleman, and she's trying to do it stealthy because she does not want to be observed.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Roll stealth.
Yep. 1 second.
Okay. Rascal, you hop up on the table and you start to strum your instrument. Basically, you try to play your little heart out, but you are drowned out by the crowd just shouting over the fight. You're drowned out, I'm afraid. Mads, you very obviously start chanting out, and this guy right ahead of you turns round and just glares at you. He's just basically, "Oi, it doesn't involve you. Back off." But what?
Mads just laughs at him.
What is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC. I'm looking for that on the. Where will I find that on the
spell casting ability, spell save DC?
Yeah, it should be above your spells there.
Yep.
Cantrip? Oh.
See if you look up the top there. There's a little.
There's a grey box.
Looks like a dice, and tells you what your spell save DC is. Just let me get his stats as well. Constitution saving throw.
Could you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. 13.
Okay, he rolled an at 1.
Hooray!
So you see, he's basically ducking and dodging under the half-orc's punches, and then all of a sudden he seems to stagger. Now the question is, did you blind him or deafen him?
She blinded him.
Okay, he suddenly stops, and he starts blinking like mad, and he's like, "Whoa, huh, huh." And before he can even say anything, the half-orc just delivers a swift knee to his crotch and then uppercuts him as he slams back down to the ground as completely unconscious.
Sorry, go ahead. Can Mads run through the people to his side? Because this is what she was trying to do, is get over here. Can she do that? She runs over and kneels down and shakes the unconscious human and goes, "Come on, get up! I did that for you! Come on, you can keep fighting! Show them what real humans can do!"
At this point, you hear the barmaid just basically bellowing, "That's enough! Calm down or I'll get the guard in here!" And then you see the half-orc just looks really sheepish and turns out and says, "Sorry." And the four...
Mads waves merrily at the half-orc and then gestures to the guy and mouths, "I did that."
Roll persuasion.
I was about to say during all this, Hunter was gonna try and break up the fight by opening her cloak and showing her badge, but the barmaid kind of squelched that.
Are you still gonna do that?
No, since the orc is back down.
Okay. You notice the thugs are like peering around their friends, and you can see one of them's kind of like reaching for his dagger, and the other's like, no, enough. Come on, we have to go to here. So they just kind of pick up their friend, and they start just elbowing people out of the way as they make their way out.
See you in a half hour!
And they just disappear off down the street.
I don't think they will be back in half an hour.
You see the half-orc is just like rubbing her knuckles and kind of looking over to the barmaid. He's like, "Sorry." "That's alright, they started it." You see the crowd is just like cheering. One of them shouts out, "Oh, nice one, Yilda!" What actually is her name? Yiga. That's her name. Nice one, Yiga. They all start to basically return back to their seats. You see one or two of them as like passing coins between passing hands, so a few people had quick sneaky bets on this by the looks of it. Okay, so persuasion. The orc looks over to Mads and just basically gives her a nod, just like, alright, you're okay. And she just sits back down on the bar stool. She's like rubbing her jaw. Because like there's her blood just streaking down from her mouth. She's like rubbing her jaw.
Alright. There's nothing to see here. Everyone just go back to your drinks.
You do look a little worse for wear, miss.
Oh, don't worry about me. Bloody idiots try and start trouble in here every now and again. I got it sorted. Sorry for disturbing your evening. She's like rubbing her jaw, like rotating it. And you just hear a like loud click. It's like, oh, it's better.
Yes, just remember, next time brawling is a 15-day penalty in the jail.
15 days
She,
for
like-
self-defense?
Brawling is brawling. And while looking at the orc, she does flash her badge. Then tucks
How
it
many
back.
punches do they have to give me before they count as brawling?
I'm actually just going to share this with you now because you do have a lawman in the party. Here's the legal code for Waterdeep. It is very strict.
Let's see. Punishment. Those are punishments. Crimes against the city. Crime against the gods. Crimes
Imprisonment
against
up to a 10-day. Okay, so I was close.
Yeah. But Ysolda is actually a bouncer at this establishment. It's her job to stop those kind of things. So she's fine legally. But
The other one would have to be in the prison.
so yeah,
So am I going to...
basically, what the other guy would have done, he would have been the one who would have been in trouble for basically sucker punching her.
Yeah.
So am I going to jail, Ossifer?
Technically, what you did was assault.
Yep.
Mads.
That's why she's saying it.
Well, where there's no one claiming that to be hit with a crime, there usually isn't a judge either.
Yeah, basically what Mads did, you will know this, Hunter, is she used magic to influence a citizen without consent. That is a fine up to 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Well,
However, she was acting in the defense of another citizen, so it could slide this time.
Yeah, she would let it slide just this once, but if she does it again, she would report it. I would say as a spy, she doesn't have direct authority to arrest someone and take them in.
well, isn't a
So
spy
what's your-
usually breaking the law anyway?
So she's looking over at Ashford and she says, so in other words, if you kill somebody and then they don't complain about it afterwards, you're fine?
No.
Well, that is a different story.
That would
How?
be murder, my friend.
Of course, I know. I'm just playing. With what he said. He said the only time it's a crime is if somebody complains, and it just made me think of that.
with petty things, not
Perhaps,
with large things.
Murder can be pretty petty sometimes.
Yeager kind of looks over the party and just like puts a massive hand on Mads' shoulder, just giving like a gentle there pat. Why don't you take your friend and head back to your table?
Yes, we should.
Hi.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like she's just giving you like a gentle shove towards your friends.
Yeah. Bye.
Sorry
was
about
fun.
that.
That should like I said, that should be something that happens every half hour. That's really entertaining. I really felt like I was part of the action.
Yes. Yes, we were. Now, let's go wait on Benefactor. And Hunter makes her way back over to the table.
Right, Rascal, things have quieted down, and the bard has started up with his off-tune playing again.
Ah!
I just picture little Kobold grasping his ears like, ah!
Well, isn't there a law against playing off key in an establishment?
I'm
Yeah, isn't that like public harm?
I'm picturing like I don't know if you've ever seen the Smurfs with Pee Wee singing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So just
A bold young knight went off to fight for the love of his lady fair.
You know, Matt,
Say,
I'm just saying that, you know, even if people die, they may be in a position to complain about you killing them.
Isn't that actually what he's doing? Isn't that actually a crime anyway? Disturbing the peace?
It's a crime to art.
He is. The bard may be playing off key, but he's not breaking any laws as far as I know.
The laws should be changed.
Oh yes, well I must say I do quite agree with our young Kobold friend here. Hello.
Hello then.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
And who might you be?
The figure who's just approached you and commented on the bard strokes his mustache and adjusts his giant floppy hat and tightens his scarf as if he's trying to make himself more presentable. Ha! Vernothab Garum, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity, at your service. Gives you a deep bow. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days.
Yes,
I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. Terrible place. But I fear I now have misplaced my friend amidst this odious malevolence. Perhaps you could assist me in this.
You lost a friend?
Oh, yes. My friend's name is Floon Blagma. He's got more beauty than brains, I dare say, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple of nights back. I fear he may have been kidnapped, or worse. I notice you've gathered around my posting. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and then I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon.
You want to give us dragons?
That is money, my dear.
Gold, my dear.
Gold dragons?
Not real dragons.
He's going to pay us gold for our time.
Which we can use to buy dragons. Okay, yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
I'd
say
dragons
at
are a
the-
commodity here.
Say at the mention of kidnapping, Hunter's ears kind of like perk up, because obviously.
But yes, I would be more than willing to give you an advance payment, and as I say, 100 gold pieces each upon his safe return. As he says.
Oh, you want him back alive?
Preferably, yes.
Okay. I was going to ask about that. You're one step ahead of me.
He reaches into his pocket and brings out 4 sacks of coins and just sets them down in front of you. Each one contains 10 gold coins, which in Waterdeep are known colloquially as dragons, because they have big dragons on them.
Yes.
So
I figured that out. Unfortunately, the human didn't.
Yes, I hope this has whetted your interest. Can I count upon you in this, in my hour of need?
Sure, I'll find your friend.
Ah, excellent. Well, I suppose I had best give you a description of the poor chap. He's a very handsome human male in his early 30s. He has some very distinctive wavy red blonde hair. Last time I saw him, he was dressed in rather, well, princely garb. He likes to make himself look presentable, much like myself. He holds his jacket. So, yes. The last time I saw him was 2 nights hence. We were drinking and, I dare say, probably overindulging in the merrymaking in a tavern called the Skewered Dragon. It's in the Dark Ward. I'm afraid I did leave him there. He seemed a little preoccupied at the time, and I headed on home alone.
What was preoccupying him?
Oh, he seemed to be having a hot streak and playing 3 Dragon Ante.
Oh, he likes gambling? Is that his hobby?
Yes, well, it is a fun pastime. I dare say he got a few dragons off me that night. But
Mads gets up from the table and says, well, I for one can't wait to find your friend, and she opens up to try to hug him.
Perhaps wait until we're better acquainted, my dear lady.
So
No one is
disappointing.
more than willing to roll an insight check on that.
I think nobody has to roll an insight. We all know why he's actually not wanting a hug.
I'm doing
No
it for
need to
fun
be-
anyway.
To be fair, I can think of 2 reasons.
Rascal, this woman has crazy eyes and stinks like she just crawled through a pile of bat guano. This man is very well dressed and he does not want to hug her in case he gets her filthy.
Hey,
Yeah,
those were the 2 reasons.
Yep. Mad, this Devillo may be a wizard, but I don't think he wants his rat droppings applied directly.
You can do a lot with rat droppings. You should see the things you can do with rat droppings.
I would not be so crude, my young kobold friend, but I am afraid he does speak the truth, yes.
To be fair, would you think anything other than the direct answer would get through to my friend here?
My dear gentleman, I am an author. I
know,
wax
I read your
poetic with
book.
words. You magnificent bastard, I read your book! Yes, you have! I hope it has been useful to you, my friend.
Oh, yes,
if you
it's
have it
starting from
there,
the
I'd be
people
more
looking
than
most
happy to
illuminating.
sign it for you.
Mads lets her shoulders slump and kind of leans her head forward and says, I love books.
Well, I'm expecting some royalties from that book quite presently, so that is what I am going to use to fund the search for my dear friend. But I'm glad to hear that my guide to monsters has been helpful to someone of your persuasion, my friend.
Well, I didn't have a traditional kobold upbringing, so it brought me up to speed on my people super fast.
Well, yes, I did have some fun researching the kobolds. I remember I was climbing through the mountain, and Volo just starts to go into this complete tangent about climbing through mountains and caverns trying to find a tribe of kobolds that wouldn't try to eat him on sight.
As he's telling the
It's true,
story,
we do
Mads,
eat anything.
as he's trying to tell the story, Mads keeps getting closer and closer to him and silently looking up at him.
Okay.
Roll stealth.
Oh, okay. I did intimidation. But let me roll. So she's trying to scare him. Hold on.
You're trying to scare him? Okay then. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I thought you were trying to get close to hug him.
No!
He's like,
She's trying to freak him out.
is like edging away.
Mads, would you mind
Books.
sitting down?
I thought we were going to go find his friend.
Oh,
Yes,
yes!
we are.
Terribly sorry. Once I start talking about my work, it's very difficult for me to get back at the task at hand. But yes, like I
Instead of
said,
gold, I want you to write a book about me.
perhaps I will.
Okay, let's go do this.
I mean, I reckon she'll fit in nicely in Volume 2 of Guide to Monsters.
Well, at the moment I'm currently working on spectres and spirits. It's quite an enticing read, but sometimes trying to find haunted locations is very difficult.
Well,
and
writing a
very
book on
prone
the
to scam
spirits.
artists. But anyway, as I said, let me show you on this map here how to get to the Skewered Dragon.
Ooh, there's a lot of haunted places on this map.
Yes, well, there's a few places I have been researching, yes.
You ever
basically-
heard of a place called Barovia?
And now you're just breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, I know.
Also, the Barovian adventure hasn't started yet. Because
I
the major
am just saying. Have you ever heard of a place called Barovia? I was told that it is a little bit unusual.
it does not exist. Anyway, I've forgotten his accent. I turned into Binksy.
Did he even have an accent?
He did. He had a bit of a Ponce accent. Anyway, so he leans a map on the table and just basically gives you directions on how to get to the Skewered Dragon.
Would you mind pointing out on the map where your friend lives usually?
Oh, well, to be truly honest, I've already went into his home and checked it out. It's obviously the
Well,
first
you
place
went
I
into
looked.
you went into his home, but if he had been misdirected on his way home,
He's
well, maybe we
obviously-
would find traces.
Yes. Very well, I'll point that out to you, but here you go. He just points to an area in the North District. But as I say, the last place I saw him was at the Skewered Dragon. Perhaps the barkeep there. Surly fellow, but might be able to give you some information.
And that was in the Dark Ward, you say?
The dock. Dock, my friend.
Oh, the Dock! Okay, because
The dock
Ward
ward,
loading.
my friend.
Yes, sometimes people do take a little moment to understand what I'm saying. I found his accent again.
I mean, sometimes you find ducks near the docks, but still, that is a bit silly.
I feel like we're entering into wordplay at the moment, but regardless, here it is. And he points out to the map. If I can very quickly look through. If you look at the corner of...
Which corner?
I had it here, and then I looked away, and I've lost it.
The thing is, we're still on the
I know.
interior map.
I'm working on it.
While they're
I'm just-
doing all that, Mads takes a leg of a rat out of her pocket and starts chewing on it.
Mads, I do not think they prefer that kind of snack over here.
That's okay, it's mine.
Okay, so he takes you, he lays out the map on the table there, and he points out on his map to a corner of a place called Net Street and Fillet Lane. This is where the shop, if I can do this correctly. There. This is where the Skewered Dragon is. He also, at your request, points out that his friend's home is far up in the north of the city. In the North Ward, where the nobles live. Up here.
So very far away from his last known location, so probably
Yes.
a dead end.
And if
trail.
people, and it would have been likely that someone else had seen him, so you would have had information.
Yes, well, as I say, starting down there would probably be the best. Unfortunately, I haven't had much luck. It seems I've soured a few relationships down there. I probably could not return. But regardless,
That's a shame.
I wish you the best of luck. If you require anything else from me, I shall be staying here for the time being, trying to get some peace to work on my book. So I wish you the best of luck. And with that,
Best of luck yourself, Mr. Volo.
he turns and walks back over towards the bar.
I like him. Let's go.
You wouldn't believe the things he survived through.
Oh, I read
Sure
the
would.
book.
Yes.
It is
I almost-
required reading.
Did you know I almost got sacrificed to a bunch of druids?
I can believe that looking at you.
I obviously survived. Let's go, 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 let's. She's hopping.
As you say that, just a random person says, "From the smell of you, I doubt that."
I want to try something.
Go on.
Rascal's going to take a strum on his guitar and try to prestidigitate Mads clean. Just to try.
Are you trying to do it sneakily, or are you just casting it?
I'm just casting it.
Then, Mads, as you watch, there's like a foot by foot square of your clothing and skin is just desoiled. It is now clean.
Whoa. That's awesome.
You do know we have the invention called water, right?
She ignores the remark about water and goes, "This is so cool." And not to make the scene drag on too long, but is there any are there any sauces on any of the tables?
There's a couple of people drinking from tankards.
But nothing like sauce or goop.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise we just step out and she jumps into the nearest dirt puddle.
Okay. As you glance around, you notice there's a minotaur just like picking his teeth. In front of him, there's just this plate that is just greasy and full of gravy, and he's like pushed it away from him, so he's finished with it.
Right, she walks right over, grabs the grease, and smears it all over the foot-by-foot area. Hi, I just need this for a minute. I'll be out of your way in a second.
The minotaur,
Then she walks back.
the orc,
Sorry.
the strange human, and the kobold at the table stare at you and blink.
Thank you. And then she walks away. Let's go, let's go, let's go. She's hopping again.
I guess that gravy stain will be a reminder of our time together.
Every stain tells a story.
I prefer songs and music, but okay. Okay, before we go, is the bard still playing horribly?
Yeah.
Okay. Rascal goes right over there. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
Look, I have to be blunt. Is your instrument broken? Is there something wrong with it? Does it need tuning?
No, it's one of the most expensive fiddles money could buy.
I wish to make a roll to perceive if he's full of shit.
Go for it.
Insight.
Roll it.
Okay. Damn it.
I would say with advantage because you know your instruments. So
Yeah!
you look at him, you look at the instrument. This is indeed a very finely crafted fiddle. However, just because you have the best equipment doesn't mean you're good at using it.
Well, you're quite right. That is some fancy instrument you got there. It's really quite impressive. I'm in awe.
Yeah, thank you.
Recommendation, though, friend? Keep practicing. And he just waddles off.
The little halfling just like glares at you.
Hey, could have gone work.
Everyone's a critic.
That they are! But if no one critiqued us, we won't get better!
You notice that the elf that's with him is just hanging himself laughing.
Well, at least this elf has a sense of humor.
Anyway,
And
so-
probably earplugs.
you make your way out of the yawning portal. Do you head straight to the skewered dragon, or do you want to go somewhere else?
I think
I'd
Matt
say
has all the stains she needs.
Pretty sure Mads is already ahead of us. Probably a
Yeah,
bit too
Mads is
far.
like going down to the docks.
Yes, we should head to the Skewered Dragon first.
Oh, I thought that was at the
Clue.
dock. She's going to the bar.
She's going.
Down here.
That's over there.
Oh, okay.
If
That's
you're,
where
if
she's
you're
headed
just
then.
going to the seawater, we can do that too. We can dunk you in the seawater and then you are clean.
Nah, the player just misunderstood. She was specifically heading to the Skewer Dragon.
Yeah, the dock district is basically this area.
Okay.
All the way around. It is a pretty big
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, it goes almost all the way to the edge of the Castle Waterdeep
Pretty
and
much,
the
yeah.
tree line,
Okay.
with the military harbour probably over there, or a secondary one. Well, everybody follow the smell. I don't think we need any of my skills.
Okay. As you are making your way down the streets, you have to step off the main road and start winding through alleys and lesser known streets.
And I would like to, well, thing is, I'm just very good at outside, but I would like to make a perception check just in case I see the individual in question.
You're keeping an eye out for redheads?
For many redheads, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, people can be a little bit lacking distinctive features.
Hunter's doing the same.
Basically, keep your eye out. You spot a few redheads. Some of them are women. A few of them you don't believe are their friends because one's a centaur, the other is a halfling, one's an elf, one is a very old fat man with what is obviously a toupee, but no one matching the description Volo gave you.
Well, unless it has been 2 days, but 2 years, there's no one there that fits that description, wouldn't you say so?
Jurnis, I have to ask, because a wicked idea has entered my mind.
Yes?
With precipitation, you can create a puff of wind.
You
I
can.
kind of want to try and blow off the guy's toupee. Of course, that will be stealthy, as we're walking by.
Roll stealth.
Please,
We were
please.
just given a challenge to poor Patrick.
That's a 6.
Okay.
I don't know why it's
As you
not
walk
showing my
past
name.
this large man with the toupee, a little puff of wind just starts to blow it off. He reflexively, his hand shoots up to try and grab the toupee. He misses, but he managed to slap himself on the forehead. Rather harsh, like, and he turns and just basically hurries to grab his toupee. Like, he just snaps it up, like, slams it back in his head, and just hurries off, completely red-faced.
Rascal's just got his hands covering his snout, and he's just laughing into it.
As he's hurrying away, you hear just a bunch of giggles, and you look over, and there's a bunch of tiny kobold kids. Just like a gang of them that are all just kind of playing around a wheelbarrow, and they are giggling their little heads off.
Aww.
Cute.
As soon as you look at them, they scatter them. They just like, "Nyeh!"
Aww. Rascal just smiles at that content. Does a little flourish on his loot. Just for funsies.
But yeah, you're keeping to the shadows in the street as well because.
Yeah. Sun hurts!
Alright.
You should get yourself a hat just like I did. Keeps the sun out of my eyes.
It's not a half bad idea, friend. I just arrived in town.
You make your way. You have to start coming through some side alleys to get to where you're going because it looks like there's an upturned cart here that's forcing you off the main road. Oh, excuse me.
Great traffic jams.
And as you're turning a corner, you find yourselves on a street that has been cordoned off by several men in armor. It appears to be the City Watch. Lying on the cobblestones behind them are half-dozen corpses. seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans. They're in the midst of questioning witnesses around who are scattered around. One of the officers sees you and just motions with his shield. Get on. Nothing to see here.
Do any of these victims look like do any of the blood-drenched victims look like they could be certain people?
Roll perception.
Doing so now, and Mads has a plan.
So does...
Okay. Mads, you have a cursory glance over, but you notice no redheads. Hunter, with your background, you have a glance over and you recognize that these guys are less reputable citizens of Waterdeep. One or two of them...
The victims or Sorry, go ahead.
One or two of them are wearing armor that you know is tended to be used by people in the underworld. Roll me a quick history check.
Story.
Okay. You're not entirely sure why, but there's been a lot of random violence in the streets between 2 factions, but you can't remember who they are at the minute. You weren't paying attention in that briefing.
Oh, shiny. String. Bat.
You're suddenly distracted by like a little something in the corner of your eye. It's like, oh, shiny. So, what do you do?
Mads is waiting to see what everyone else does, but she has a plan that I'll do after everybody else, because she's like waiting because hers might be disruptive.
Would that be investigation? If I wanted to look more closely at the bodies?
First you would have to get that big fellow out of our way. Or your way, at least.
Who are you calling a fellow? As you look at this human woman.
I am sorry. I apologize. It is sometimes hard to distinguish you due to the heavy armor that you're wearing.
Roll persuasion.
That's really not his strong suit. No, he's gonna smack him.
Look, why don't you lot jog on, alright? This is official City Watch business, and we have everything in hand. So
Are they quick?
Hunter's gonna show her her badge.
Oh, never mind.
Like, I'm on an investigation of my own. We had a citizen disappear from around this area. Just need to check out and see if any of these people match the description.
she looks at your badge and looks at you and says, alright, you can go and have a look, but the rest of them, I need to stay back, alright?
Fair enough. He kind of just waves the others back and crosses the line.
Okay. She turns
While
around
you're doing...
and
Sorry, go ahead.
lifts the rope up, making a route towards the corpses.
And then investigation. And are any of... You said they're wearing armor. Any of them wearing helmets?
Nope.
So, investigation to get a closer look at them.
Okay. They look like street thugs and thieves. You've seen a few people like this before, and you know that there's been a lot of skirmishes like this around the city.
Then, nothing else I can find here. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll make note of this to your superiors. Get you a nice raise.
Don't make promises you can't keep, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you always get something on your next page, next pay period. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
She doesn't believe you. She lifts the rope and lets you step out.
Question: do we hear that exchange just then?
Oh yeah, you're not being quiet.
Just give her a gold.
He's.
That's
Mads looks over at. Sorry, Icy. What's your character's name again?
Hunter. I don't
Hunter.
know why it's not showing up.
So it's Hunter and Rascal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hunter, which sounds like the greatest furry cop show ever. So she looks over at Hunter and she says, "Is it my Rudolph? Is my Rudolph dead?"
Oh, just some random thugs.
You're
Seems to be a lot
talking
of-
about Rudolph, aren't you?
No, I'm not talking about Rudolph. And in her head, she's thinking, I don't even know who Rudolph is.
Mads looks over at the guard and goes, "Let me see their faces. Let me see if that's my Rudolph."
No, ma'am, I'm gonna have to actually stay there. If you believe someone you know may be involved in this, you're gonna have to speak to the watch captain in the guard shop. Respectfully, if that is one of your loved ones, you do not want to see them in this condition.
Yes. I had a closer look at them. They are not something you want to see at the moment.
And,
Well, could you...
Let's just move on.
And then at that, Mads completely stops crying and goes, "Okay, let's go."
what? Just guards just completely just what?
Hunter's just gonna look back at the guard and shrug like, oh, it's just, yeah. We're walking on.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, as everyone else moves on, Rascal will be the last to leave, and he'll just take out a gold from his pouch and just reach up and try to put it in hers. Adventurers, am I right?
I cannot accept that, sir. I am on duty.
Hey, fair enough.
That
Have a
would
lady
be
of
considered a
Christmas.
bribe and would put both of you in trouble.
Okay. Then just a strum on the loot for you, ma'am. And he leaves.
Oh, you didn't even drop it on the ground for her to pick up later when she finds it as evidence? Oh, jeez.
I didn't think of that, okay?
He's not trying to put himself into hot water.
Okay.
Also, you would have probably pay a fine for littering with gold pieces.
Yeah, there's a lot of laws here.
You have a feeling, Rascal, that if you dropped a gold coin in this district, it wouldn't even hit the ground.
Oh,
Yes.
inside the
Make
wall.
sure everyone make sure to keep a tight grip on your coin pouch.
Wise.
Why would someone like this individual even come here then? Matter of fact, why would Volo come down here?
He's a dangerous man. He gets himself in hot water to just find things out. He was probably just curious.
Roll a history check.
Yeah.
Which one?
You, Dirkwork. Unregulated gambling.
Ah.
You know, in more respectable establishments, gambling is heavily regulated and taxed. Not so much
Yes.
in the less reputable ones.
Yes, I mean, he was playing his ante up, so yes.
Okay, so you just make your way further into the dock district. The buildings here, they're tall and they're densely packed together Most of them are tenements that leave most of the neighbourhood in shadow at ground level, which is most comfortable for your little kobold companion. Most of the street
relief.
Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and the candles have been stolen, and the smells of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by the rows of rundown buildings.
Okay, now can you blame me for thinking he said the Dark Ward?
Yeah.
At least you didn't think he was saying the Duck Ward.
You're making your way down Zastro Street and reach Fillet Lane, and the corner that will turn into the Net Street, which is where you were told the Skewered Dragon was. As you round the corner, one nearby shop stands out from all the others. It has a deep purple facade, and in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zebub Shop.
What's it say?
I assume you're saying this in character.
Yeah, that's the Mad's voice. Yeah, what's it say? She points at the sign.
It was old Zelbob, yeah? I'm asking
What's the player
Yeah.
question?
It spells
What
out
the-
Old Zebub Shop.
Oh,
Now, when you say stuffed beholder, do you mean a cuddly toy, or do you mean taxidermy?
Taxidermy.
Uh-huh.
It's actually not clear, but I'm gonna go with taxidermy.
Cuddly toy.
It's not a toy shop.
Hmm.
Unless you're into that kind
the
of
city.
stuff. Unless you're into that kind of toys.
Yeah. Mads just wanders into the shop out of curiosity.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I guess we better follow.
She breaks it, she buys it, and I don't think she can buy it.
Yeah, that is why we probably should follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you wander into the shop. Unfortunately, I do not have an interior for the shop because
That's
I
cool.
forgot.
You forgot that the shop existed.
Not that the shop existed, the fact that I didn't have an interior for it. And then I ran out of time. But anyway, a cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Every wall is painted purple, and every dusty knick-knack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. A hairless old gnome is sitting cross-legged on the counter and is wearing a plum-coloured robes.
Oh no.
His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes. The gnome lowers a pipe and exhales a cloud of lavender smoke before raising a hand.
Hail and well met! Come browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world!
Well, you
Like
can find
indeed.
everything unless it is not purple.
Yes, well, it's kind of the theme here, isn't it?
Mads looks horrified at the smell she is smelling. Disgusted. But she is going to take a moment. Is there a section that looks like it's finery?
Excuse me. For context, this place literally is anything you can find on the trinkets table, you can find in this shop except purple. If you give me a moment, I will quickly create a handout and show you what is here.
Yeah.
So if you want to find the people eater, you find a purple people eater.
My god.
But it is an obvious joke, isn't it?
Those are often the best.
I can't
So,
spell
Rascal's
inventory.
gonna slide his way up to Mads. And he's just gonna try and whisper, Mads,
Yeah, what?
do you want to stink up this place real good?
Yes.
Well, I don't think that number 15 exists in that. A few of these things actually have a color associated with them. Well,
Let's just say everything's purple.
Okay.
Regardless of if there's a color listed here, it's purple.
a purple chrysanthemum that never dies. Okay.
Sephiroth!
Hey, Sephi.
Hi, Sephi.
Hi, Sephi.
Is there a Seth here? Hi, Seth.
Just arrived.
Okay. As you enter the shop, you notice that there is a cleric already there.
Question, I'm trying to look and see. I'm having trouble reading this because the print's small on my screen. Is there anything that might look like it's expensive?
What doesn't look like it's expensive?
There's a handbook of foreign coins.
There we go. That'll do. She moves to go. She listens in on Hunter or to crap. I'm sorry. I'm spacing on the name again. Hunter and what?
Rascal.
Kubur?
Oh,
Rascal. Rascal.
Yes.
She looks over at Rascal and goes, "Yeah. What's your idea?"
You seem more versed in smells than I am. Give me a suggestion and I can make it happen. Or I could just double up your own smell, which is quite a one of a kind.
Magnificent.
Yes.
Hold that thought for a moment. There's something else I want to do first.
I'll wait
Right
for
now,
this.
she smells like compost, sausage, and gravy.
Yep, that's pretty much exactly what she smells like. That is a very good description. And we're
Very
talking,
soon.
we're talking Georgia country gravy with the black pepper and we're just the whole thing.
I'm waiting.
She goes over to the book, and she picks it up in her filthy hands, and she walks over and sets it down in front of the gnome.
Oh,
And
that is a very exquisite piece, my dear.
good. And I'm sending you something, Jurnis, for what she's going to do, because you need to know.
Oh no.
Can I find where the lavender scent's coming from? I want to mess that up if I can. Get it
It's
directly at the source.
roll investigation. I'm still.
Oh,
don't
come
know what's
on.
there, so- oh, there it is.
The kobold distaste of gnomes did not see me through here.
The lavender scent appears to be coming from the gnome, or at least the pipe.
You
he's smoking.
forgot the slash.
It's okay. I just did.
Okay, sure.
Mads digs around in her pockets and she says, Do you do trade? Do you do barter?
It depends on what you're offering, my dear.
How about this? And she sets down a sparkling mushroom. It glitters in the light.
What color is the mushroom?
It is pale pink. That's actually how I pictured it, like soap, bubble bath soap pink with sparklies in it. Is what I pictured. Very fleshy, but like.
You see that little gnome just reaches forward and plucks it up, and he holds it up to the light, pulls out one of those little jewelry monocles and sticks it in his eye, and he just starts to peer at it and says,
Oh, this is very impressive. Where did you find it?
In the woods. They're all over.
Really? I must go out and look for some more. Very
That
well.
would be great. That would be
I-
great.
I accept your trade.
And Mads takes the book and begins pulling pages out of it in front of the gnome.
What are you doing? That's
She doesn't answer back. She just keeps tearing the pages out.
he's
Mads,
just
what are you
watching
doing?
in disbelief.
Then
What
she
are
gets
you
bored.
doing?
Then she gets bored and stops and goes, "You know what? I don't want it. You can have it back." And she pushes it toward the gnome and then walks over to Hunter and goes, "Let's do it now."
I think you meant Rascal.
Oh, Rascal, sorry. Let's do it now.
Yeah, is the mushroom in range?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to prestidigitate that to smell that horrid cocktail that we were describing earlier. I'm going to add context to the mix.
Oh my god. Oh.
You can see he just like leans over. He's holding the mushroom away. And he's like, oh dear. And after a moment, he like raises his hand and just like flicks it towards the mushroom. And the scent disappears.
Ah.
He drops the mushroom into a box behind the counter and closes it over.
I suppose that requires further examination. Well then.
Thank you, Jurnis.
He slowly picks up the book and just all the little bits and pieces of paper, and you can see he just starts slowly rubbing his hands over the paper as he's just watching you. He's not even looking at what his hands is doing, he's just watching you guys, and the pages are slowly being knit back together. It's like,
well then, is there anything else I can help you with? I was with another customer, but...
he mentioned that, he flicks his hand over towards a corner where you spot a tiefling. He's just leaning on the counter. You didn't notice her before. But there she is, leaning on the counter.
Fortunately, Sephi has just dropped out again.
Damn it.
Do you want to do some more time filler, Jurnis, while we're waiting for Seth?
Sure.
Okay.
So good, sir. What is your...
So he's
I noticed you-
just rude and ignoring the other customer at this point.
Sir, I'm looking for a great new tobacco for my pipe. Maybe you have a recommendation?
Well, I don't really sell much tobacco products themselves. I do have a few oh, excuse me, of hiccups. I do have some lovely clay pipes over here.
And he shows you this small rack of like 7 pipes in different styles. There's a few wooden, there's a few clay, which some have
And all of them
carvings, some are
purple?
plain, but they're all varying shades of pink and purple.
No, sir. I prefer my good old one. It's just an old friend of mine now.
Oh, I understand what you mean.
He tucks his own pipe, which is bright neon pink, in his mouth, and gives it a puff. And as he puffs it, a big strong scent of lavender radiates from it.
Oh, you got a scented tobacco.
Oh, yes. Rather expensive. It was from the tobacconist over in the South Quarter.
Oh. Maybe I will have to go and check in with that tobacconist. Maybe they have a really impressive one for mine as well.
Yeah, perhaps. But is there anything I can interest you in my stock?
Well, let me just see. I see you have. Well, that is an interesting thing. A leather shoe made for a dog. In this color.
Well, what can I say? It is of some very rare and interesting merchandise.
Yes, I have noticed. I mean, that you had a book, an old coin.
I'm afraid that one is currently not for sale, as it requires some repair work.
I understand, and I understand. Well, I see you also have a deed to a tower. Now that is impressive.
Yes, well,
It hangs behind you. Don't tell me the tower itself also is lavender in color.
no. However, the crater that is now in place of the tower does have a mild pinkish hue.
Seth?
Seth. Seth?
Buddy.
Seth?
Yep, sorry about that. Me.
Not to worry.
Is it talk being a beach?
Talk is being a bitch.
Insect was throwing a mad. Hello? Anyone hear me?
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So our internet threw a mad, so I'll just have to reset.
That's okay.
Don't you worry.
They've been messing with the shopkeeper.
Oh,
The
I
gnome-
see you.
The gnome has pointed out that he had another customer waiting, and indicated towards you, who the party hadn't noticed up until that point.
And I see you also have
It's
George
quite alright,
the Wolf's book. Sorry. sorry, I didn't notice you. Sorry. I'm
Rascal,
small
roll
and
for-
suddenly I don't
It's
see
quite
you.
alright. It's quite alright. It's kind of just... Sammy just kind of discreetly walks over holding the book and says, I was wondering what price you could do this for me at, please.
Oh, what have you got there, my dear?
What is it you've got yourself?
Yeah.
His internet is evil!
No! While that's happening, while we're waiting on Seth, Mads does walk over and go, "Is it still my book?"
No, you gave it back.
You gave
Well, I
it.
changed my mind. Now it's. I mean, do I have to
When
buy it again?
Are you just going to destroy it again? I'll go to
That's
take
her
that
answer.
as a yes.
And he just takes the book and he puts it behind the counter.
You'll take good care of it for me there, right?
Yes.
Excellent. That's all I ever wanted. To see you care. And then she kind of walks off and looks around at she's looking at toys and other useless things.
Okay. Rascal, you would need to roll me a stealth check.
Yeah.
I think it's a testament to how much we love Seth that we're all just waiting on Seth.
For Seth.
Seth is amazing because Seth is amazing and awesome, and we would do anything to play Seth in the team.
We
Yep.
were.
I assume you're doing this with prestidigitation.
Yes.
You are aware that will fade after an hour.
Yep, but I don't want to ruin her thought forever, just for the hour.
Okay, well, you managed to turn a number of small things into this sickly, puke-coloured yellowy green.
Yeah. The kobold in me is satisfied.
Seth is back! No!
One of them appears to be a small clockwork crab that you could have swore was there a moment ago. But if
Yep.
you look back, it's gone.
Need to reconnect again. I will boil Talk's executives in hot dog brine for this. Mark my words.
Oh, just hot dog brine.
Welcome
Yeah.
back, Seth.
Thanks very much. Again, apologies.
No problem.
We've kept everyone busy in the
What was it
meantime.
you were attempting to purchase, Seffi?
A book of poetry.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lovely little win. I can do. Oh, let me think. Oh, it is a very common one. I can do a gold piece for that.
Certainly. Here you are. Sammy just kind of reaches into her pouch and takes out a gold piece.
Oh, thank you, my darling.
And he takes the gold coin.
Yeah.
Would you like that gift wrapped?
Just to describe, she's basically a... Oh no, I'll be reading this when I leave.
All right.
She's basically a 6'4" white-haired tiefling with wings.
Wow.
didn't know you came in such sizes, but okay.
Mads walks
Did you
over to the
say that
tiefling
your
cleric.
face?
Yeah.
No, of course not. This is internal monologue. Sorry.
And Mads walks over to the Tiefling cleric and gets a little too close and says, "Hi, I'm Mads. Hello."
Hello, I'm Sammy.
Sammy. You're pretty.
Thank you.
She's just still looking up at her, giggling.
Mads,
Yeah?
don't annoy the friendly tiefling lady.
Am I annoying you?
No, not at all.
She gives this arrogant look back toward Ashward, like, you see. Just
shrugs.
wretchedly arrogant. Cartoonishly so.
Oh well.
Yeah, Sammy's just kind of got this very nervous smile on her face.
Have you seen, and like Mads has got her head tipped sideways a little bit and her eyes are wide, and she says, "Have you seen a man with yellow red hair, fancy, dressed all fancy?"
Has she seen a person like that?
No.
And then she looks over at the gnome too. Wait, sorry, go ahead.
Would you like to make me a quick history check there,
Certainly.
Sammy? Okay, you were having a conversation recently about the shopkeeper was ranting about the commotion that happened a few nights ago out in the front street. And one of the people who was involved in that, he did mention had hair like fire.
Well, I've heard rumours, but I didn't really look into them too much. I really just wanted to get my book.
Tell us about the rumors, please. It's really important. He might know where my Rudolph is.
Well, it was a shopkeeper who apparently was a bit of a ruckus outside of his shop the other night, but that's all I can really say. Alright. It's this gentleman right here. He said there was a bit of a ruckus outside of his shop the other night, but that's all I can say.
It was a terrible noise. I thought they were going to start into a full-blown brawl.
That would have been no good.
Did Sammy connect it to the question? Because I didn't hear it if you did.
I don't think she did, no. She just...
Oh. But no man with red yellow hair though.
Well, one of them was, yeah.
You seen a guy with red yellow hair? All fancy dressed up?
Oh, yeah, actually I saw two of them.
Two of them?
Oh yeah, they were walking past my shop there a few nights ago, and as they got around the corner there was a bit of a ruckus.
And they look the same?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I wasn't paying much attention to it, really.
Reaches up and scratches her. Sorry, go ahead.
I was trying to put my mouse down for a sleep.
It was likely Mr. Volo and our quarry. They were traveling together, remember?
No, he left his friend at the bar just across the street.
Oh, my mistake. Thought they walked for a time and then parted.
What was the fight about? Did they say? Sorry.
Oh no, they weren't arguing. There was it sounded like a bit of fisticuffs.
Well,
What a mess. I had to help someone.
We found out that the gnome saw a confrontation between two people, one of whom had fiery red hair, and one of the other one may have also. They were walking along, two fancy people, and then there was some fisticuffs involved. And we've met Sammy, the tiefling with white hair and wings.
Cool.
so I would suspect that is the point where we should actually start our investigation.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Well, I didn't see where they were going or where the fight was, but I saw they were coming from that unsavoury place down in the corner.
The Skillet Dragon?
Oh, yeah, that one.
You've been most helpful.
And you have been exceptionally destructive.
What's life about a little bit of mayhem?
To be
Bad
fair,
just like
Peaceful, my dear
laughing
friend.
loudly as she turns and walks out. Like then she stops, turns back, waves happily, and then walks out.
Life without mayhem is peaceful, my dear friend.
that is true. Also, it lacks a little bit of the. It also lacks a little bit of the fun. I suddenly turned into a dwarf. I don't know why. I'm saying that dwarves talk with a Scottish
I
brogue.
got the joke, yes.
Yeah.
I like how this guy is slightly turning into Willow as the more we're talking. But
Yeah,
anyway,
he sounds more and more like Willow with a cold.
that he does. Now then, if there's nothing else I can assist you with,
Actually, a couple of things took my eye. Rascal just like reaches up and puts like the puzzle box and the goblin-made key on the counter. I don't know how much this costs, but I have about 35 gold.
I would gladly take 35 gold for them. But if you want a more realistic price, that it would be 7 silver.
We'll just call it a gold then.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Would you like them gift wrapped?
You know what? You can wrap up the puzzle box. It's a gift.
Right.
Might need the key.
He flicks his wrist, the puzzle box floats out of your hands and goes over to a small counter to the left of him, and this sickeningly bright pink paper just folds itself around it and a purple bow ties it into place.
Ah, there it is. Nice you to spice things up a bit. Sees you do like a bit of mischief in your life after all.
It wasn't really mischief, was it, buddy? Anyway, I hope you have a good day, and I hope you find your Rudolph. Sounds like a reindeer.
Given how she looks, it might be.
So with that,
Rolling stealth if I need to.
with that, he just like, sits his pipe back in his mouth and he's just sitting puffing little pink clouds.
Thank you. Sorry about that, everyone.
And, goodbye.
Very well.
Why is that crab yellow?
As you all leave the shop, he like clambers off his pillow and starts chasing this little mechanical crab around his shop. He's returned to the street. The tiefling has followed you out.
You know, I don't share my people's like rampant hatred of gnomes, but you gotta admit it's fun to mess with them a little.
Well, it's only difficult when you start to punch down. Because then I have to step in, and that is not funny. Ashworth takes a long drag out of his pipe.
So I see we have someone with us now.
Yes, I think if you're going to be up to mischief, you might need someone with a little bit of clerical magic to help.
I'd be most appreciated. I don't think we got introduced. I was too busy sowing a little, well, mischief. Fun. Frolics.
Well, my name's Sammy Meadows. I'm a cleric of Sehanine.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm Hunter Smithbar. ranger of the city guard.
It's a pleasure, Sammy. Rascal Skyreach Bard Extraordinaire.
And my name is Ashwat Grumbletoes. I am just a humble hunter who usually is found in the woods. Don't know how I got myself into the city anyway.
I got here in a barrel on a boat.
You could have taken the coach as well.
Not from where I was from. Look, as far as I'm aware, there aren't any deserts on the Sword Coast, so
Well, I can't say I'm familiar with any, so I'm from a little bit further to the north, the forests. That's where my monastery is.
You got two forest folk here. Small world.
Well, we have two people who are rangers, so...
Okay.
Right, before I forget, Rascal just saunters up to Mads and shoves the gift-wrapped box into her hands. For you!
Oh my god, what is it?
Well, if you open it and you'll find out. I think you'll like it.
Mads acts first she's very slow, delicately reaching for to take the tiniest thing of the paper, but then just as she makes contact with it, she just rakes her jagged fingernails across it.
Sammy looks a little bit perturbed.
And yeah, I wouldn't want to get in between her and anything she has set her eyes on.
Trust me.
What is it?
It's right up her alley.
What is it exactly? A puzzle box?
Yep.
Don't try to call
I love it. What is it?
Razor.
It's a little puzzle box, but I think it's what's inside that counts. It's not a very difficult puzzle.
Do I have to roll an intelligence for her to figure this puzzle box out?
Sure.
I'm sorry, Miss Meadows. It appears we have someone who's a little bit off kilter.
I was just about to say I haven't really well, this is the first time I've been out of a monastery on my own, so can't say I'm too used to the city.
Well, the city's a dangerous place.
Yes, it can be for someone like me, especially.
Mads, you haven't the baldest notion where to even start.
Also, that's not a nat one.
It's not in that one, so the severity isn't required.
Nope.
Modified one! It was a 2!
Yeah.
You want me to have a crack at it?
Yeah, and she's chewing on it the corner, nah, and then she's like, oh yeah, go, sure.
Do I even need to roll?
Sure, roll the intelligence check too.
Where are you?
This is where we all fail our intelligence checks.
The rest of the game is just trying to solve.
Okay, with a 14, yeah, you can get it started. You managed to turn and twist it. You figured out a few mechanisms. You figure things slide into place. You haven't fully solved it, but you're close.
Oh, come on, this is supposed to be cool!
At any meantime, Sammy, it appears these people are on a quest.
Quest to open the puzzle box!
Well, in that case,
Aside for the puzzle box.
We're doing something else? I can't.
Hello?
oh god, don't tell me.
Yes.
1, 2, testing.
We hear you.
Yes.
Oh,
On my end, everybody went quiet, so I was like, what?
Yeah, on my end as well, but I figured that's because everyone just shut their mouth.
We'll do that. So, Sammy, you have managed to glean from their conversation that they are looking for a lost person. Does anyone want to perhaps extend an invitation?
Well, Miss Meadows, if you would be willing to help us, we would be most grateful, and I'm fairly certain that the one who set us to find a friend of his will be more than willing to accommodate you with a donation.
And we could always use a cleric. You never know when you're gonna need healing.
Given that we're looking for someone, even an additional pair of eyes is sufficient.
If it comes
Yes.
to it, Rascal says as he's still working on the box, I'll give her my share.
I have eyes in my pocket.
You
After rolling
see
her eyes.
Ashworth just facepalm.
Anyhow, if you accept, we should probably be on our way.
Mm-hmm. As you look further on down the street, you do notice a signboard just hanging off the building that appears to be a small dragon on a cooking spit. Hello, Lucy. Those are my dice.
Meow.
Now, do you think Mads could parse that that's the skewered dragon?
If you want to roll an intelligence check.
Yeah. Mads, yeah. Probably she can't read, so that's probably a good idea.
I wonder when she's pulling a fast one and shows that, yeah, I'm competent and I know what I'm doing.
Coming. Hold on, sorry. Thank you. Oh, golly, thank you so much.
Bloody demands kill.
Well,
Sorry, I rolled it and it didn't seem to do anything. Let me try again.
What are you doing with my dice? I need those.
It's rolling the dice on my screen. There it is.
There we go.
No, not that.
that is long.
Oh, whoa.
What
Goodness
the hell?
gracious,
Whoa.
that's...
Wild shape done broke.
What is happening?
Are
Let me
you,
reload
trying,
this.
are you trying to shape into a dragon, my friend?
No.
Why are you drilling, Lucy? Oh my god.
Because she
There we go.
can.
Okay. Yeah. This it is a picture of a dragon that has been skewered.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something vulgar, and then she goes inside.
Okay.
She looks
How'd that
deeply
fellow
disappointed.
All right. As you start heading closer to the building, the skewered dragon looks almost like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and the ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking with huge tankards. There's a surly-looking dwarf behind the bar, just constantly rubbing this tankard with a dirty cloth.
It's alright.
I'm just gonna go up to the bar and greet the dwarf. Hello.
Alright.
I was wondering if you could possibly help us out. We're looking for someone. And he sets about giving the description of the other person. I'm sorry, I missed that.
A Volo's friend.
Happen to know happen to have seen him lately? He's less spotted in this tavern.
I might have. Memory's a little bit hazy.
A little bit hazy, huh? And she reaches into her cloak and pulls out her pouch. And just how fuzzy is it?
Dunno. A few drinks or two might make me happy enough to remember.
Then I'll have a pint of ale and anybody else want anything over here?
I'll have a pint of whatever's cheapest in the biggest stein they have. I need it to face my mortal foe, this box.
You're still working on that thing.
Yes! It was meant to be a gesture. It's kind of ruined now that I can't open the damn thing.
Mads puts her hands down on the bar and leans closer and says, I'll have a blood of the innocent.
I'm afraid we don't have that vintage. But,
Wine for her.
Aww.
What? It's red. Well, I'm assuming it's red.
we do have
I
red.
wanted the blood. I really wanted the blood of the innocent. I come to this town just to have a drink of the blood of the innocent, and no one has any.
Mads, I can make it both look and taste like blood of the
Well,
innocent.
that's weird.
Sammy's just stood there.
Looks horrified.
Ah,
You know, sir.
Yeah,
substitute.
Mads claps.
testing,
He's very
testing.
pleased when the bar. Yes,
Yeah,
Mads.
yeah.
Yosef, we hear you.
Right.
Well, what is your best beverage?
Well, we have. He turns around and there's just a line of barrels on the wall next to him. He puts his hand on the nearest barrel. We have ale. Moves his hand to the next barrel. Ale. Next one. Ale.
Let me guess.
Ale.
The next aisle. Yes.
And the last
Ale.
one down there. Wouldn't you know it? That one's mead.
I'll change my order to mead.
I have
You know what?
2 bottles of wine. One's red. One, I think, is white. I haven't opened it yet. And that's what I got.
Could I have a glass of mead, please?
All right.
I'll have a glass. I'll have some of your ale. Some of your ale.
All right.
Mads
Take a
looks
glass
over
of
at
ale.
Hunter. Sorry.
Right, go ahead.
Mads looks over at Hunter and says, "Oh yeah, do the thing. Wine. I'll try it. I'll try anything once or twice or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times or 6 times." And she just kind of rambles on at that point, counting.
Okay. So that's 2 ales, a mead, and a wine. You wanted a big one, didn't you, little man?
Heck yes, sir.
And a gallon for you.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 4 silver and 12 copper.
Do you accept
Hunter.
trade?
I have one. Hunter pulls out 3 gold and sets it on the counter. Keep the change.
Oh, look at that.
Might
My memory's
help
getting
jog your
shot.
memory a little better.
And to answer your question, no, we do not do trades. Not since Groth tried to sell us his firstborn son. Apparently there's laws against that.
Who's
There are.
this law?
That was just
Who
weird
is
little
this
now.
law?
Anyway, so you were looking for someone then?
Yes. Yeah. It's less spotted around this area,
What's his name?
particularly around this tavern. You have to forgive me, the player does not remember his name. Fuck my short-term memory. So Hunter's just gonna give the bartender his name.
It was Flume.
Flume?
Also, Rascal, roll me another intelligence check with advantage this time because you've managed to get it most of the way.
Yeah, intelligence. Oh, that one on the other side.
You have. Oh, like you didn't get that one. Damn. After
And that
some
advantage. Ooh.
twisting, some fiddling, there is a click, and the box starts to open.
Ah.
And inside, on top of a tiny pedestal, you find absolutely nothing.
What? The label lied. It said there were nails inside. Ah.
No.
Sammy-
That was a different box.
Oh.
Sammy is going to lean towards bartender and she's going to start talking about this person we're looking for with the red hair. And she's going to try and keep him talking for about a minute.
Yeah, I know Flume. He was here a little bit ago. Haven't seen him in a few days though. He was here with that. What do you call that? That self-important prick who does the writing.
Follow.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
he was here. They
Nice.
were gambling away most of the night. After a
Nice.
while, Ponce wandered off. Flume was on a bit of a hot streak, so he stayed.
Do you happen to have any idea where this gentleman Flynn went after this?
Well, that's where things get a bit interesting, right? He glances around and like leans in on the counter and motions you to come forward.
Yep, Sammy leans in.
So does Hunter.
Here's the thing, right? Flume's gambling away. Volo leaves him.
Mhm.
He's done it before, not the end of the world. And in comes Renier, little friend of Flume's. The two of them, they drink, they gamble, all so well and so good. Nothing unusual, except this night, there was a couple of blokes who sat over there. And he points to this shaded booth. Now they came in a little bit after Renier, and they sat there, and they had one pitcher of ale between them. Fucking cheapskates. And they stared daggers at the pair of them. And when then they left, they followed after them.
I see, so this gentleman Renier might know where Flynn is.
What's the thing? Renier usually comes in the evening for a little bit of free dragon ante. He didn't come in last night, and he hasn't been here today yet.
Sammy smiles and goes, do you happen to... I'm going to say, would you mind if he makes a quick... let's see. Oh, yeah, I need to make a persuasion check, don't I, after that.
What are you trying to do?
She's basically... Yeah, I've just linked the ability.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to tell us where this Mr. Renier happens to live and work?
Nah, he's one of the hotty totty types. I don't know where he works. He lives way up North District. But I'll tell you what. He like leans and tries to look past you. And he's like, Greg, you lazy bastard, get over here. And it's just that there's just this regular who's just like slumped over the table. He kind of looks up and goes, "Huh? What? And weird ones you saw last night. You said you recognised them. What do you know about them? What's it? It's worth your fucking tab. Alright." You see Greg just gets up and he starts walking over, just completely zigzag as he slumps on the thing. He's half sloshed. But here's what I was telling everyone else, right? These blokes have bad news. I've seen them down round the docks with the daggers and all that, eh? As far as I know, they work out of a warehouse round Candle Lane. If they have something to do with this, that's where you'll find them.
You see, so we need to go to Candle Lane.
Candle Lane is, He starts like pointing towards the front door and pauses and turns and points to the other direction. It's and you see there's the barkeeper just face palms and says, "I'll show you." And he pulls out the. I assume one of you's pull out the map that Volo gave you.
Yeah.
Oh, Volo gave
Hunter
us
would have
one.
at this point.
Yeah. So basically, he gave you a cheap, nasty copy of the city. So he pulls out the map, and he just prods an area further to the north. This is there's a lot of warehouses down around there. A lot of unscrupulous ones. Ain't that right, Greg? I've never been there in my life. Can't prove a thing. It's like, yeah.
I was going to say, did the barkeep succeed on his wisdom check?
What does it have to be?
He has to be a 13, I believe. Oh, he has to be a 12, sorry.
He does not.
Then he's charmed for as long as I'm within 60 feet of him.
Excellent. Here's the thing, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you this, because you seem like a nice lady. One of them boys had a big tattoo on his neck, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
a snake with like wings. I think. Hang on. Yeah. They got this like little snake symbol, right?
Mhm.
I've seen that around. Just like Greg was saying there. At this point, Greg is just like collapsed on the table, there's no snoring. Like, that's a symbol of, he leans around and he gets really quiet and he whispers, "That's the Centaurum."
Sammy gasps a little when he says that. She's heard of his Zentarum, but she doesn't know the details. She knows it's bad news.
Yeah. So he thinks one of them two has gone and done something to piss them off. But Candle Lane, as Greg was saying, that's their closest little hideout, alright?
Mhm.
But, this might not be a job for you, my darling. Not for someone as yourself.
Well, I'm certain that my companions will be able to look after me.
Well, aren't you a little sweetheart? he's just like leaning on the counter and he's just like grinning at you through his beard. He's like, But, is there anything else I can help you with?
Sammy just quickly looks to the group to see if there's anything else that they need to ask.
As you look over at the group, Mads has a PC in the chat discussion. Mads asked Rascal to do what he offered and turn the wine to look and taste like blood, and she tips the glass back and pours most of it over her face and gets some in her mouth. just like deliberately like almost gargling it to like make it go everywhere.
And that and the box are my little thank you for your contribution to my little campaign of chaos.
And so she sits there with the fake blood all over her face and down her neck, and she's like,
Was that really necessary?
"It's very refreshing."
No, I think that's all we need. Thank you, sir. Blessings of Nina upon you.
Perhaps you better be taking her to the sanatorium. And leaving her there.
Sammy, well, her skin's red, so you can't tell she's blushing, but she is.
And here, I assume that Mads heard that comment, right?
Oh yeah.
And she looks right back at him and says very gently and very calmly, she says, "Oh, relax, it's all just pretend."
Yeah. Let's just hope you don't forget that at some point.
Yeah, let's go.
So he just like gives Mads like a shake of the head and then looks back to Sammy. Are you sure you want to hang out with them, darling? They look a bit dangerous.
Well, Sir Handine has guided me to them, so it must be part of her plan.
Well, I'll keep a stool warm for you. You're welcome back anytime.
You're most kind. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying, Rascal's entire like head is like in his like stein at this point.
Yeah, he gave you a gallon. He
Hell
gave you
yeah.
this giant mug.
I also, in the interest of fairness, as Mads walks outside, I think it should be known, Jurnis, that she did not wipe off her mouth at all. She's doing it for show. So
Sammy's
she wants
just
the fake blood all down her face and down the front of her clothes, and but she's affecting. I'm gonna probably want to roll performance because she's affecting a posh air, like she's trying to pretend that she's aristocratic.
Okay. So then, do you all head out?
Is anyone like playing in the bar?
Nope. It was just full of a couple of drunks.
Just a couple?
Yep.
Okay,
There's-
probably not worth even bothering then.
It's a
I'd
dive
say
bar.
this. Yeah, it's not exactly, you know,
It's a
upbeat time where you gotta have a little bit of fun at the end of the day. This is the depressing.
About 1 in the afternoon, so...
Yeah.
True.
So I'll be back in just 1 second.
Okay.
It's more the depressing. I'm here to drown my sorrows bar.
And quite possibly drown myself in this mug. So,
Yeah, too.
you start to make your way out of the skewered dragon. The surly barman is now like leaning, like both elbows on the counter, just nuzzled under his chin, and he's just watching Sammy go with like this little, just a little content smile and a deep sigh. It's like completely out of character for him.
Tieflings, am I right?
Say as they're leaving, Hunter kind of nudges Sammy, going, "I think you've got an admirer."
Sapphire stepped away. So,
I love this place.
you are now back at the street. You notice in front of an old Shelob shop, there's the gnome battering this yellow crab with a broom.
Fight on, my friend. Fight on.
And Mads is just going in the direction of what she overheard
Okay, you know what?
and saw on the map.
This
Very
is
slowly. She's not like trying to get away from them all.
and silly and pointless, but I kind of want to do it anyway. 'Cause I know it's not a living thing, but I'm going to throw it out there. I want to bardic inspiration the crab.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah!
Yeah. You give the tiny mechanical crab bardic inspiration.
Yeah!
It is now very inspired.
Okay. As you're watching, it is scuttling like back and forth, side to side, as the gnome is like trying to beat it with this strangely pink broom. The gnome slams the broom down, and the little crab just erupts through the bristles of the brush, and starts skittering up the handle, up his arm, and then just pinches him on the nose.
Oh, now I definitely have to like punctuate this with music. May I roll performance?
Sure.
Please be good.
Excellent.
As you're watching this poor gnome flail with this mechanical crab hanging from his nose, you're from your little companion.
We shall sing tales of you, my pinchy friend. Look, I'm not even kidding. Kobolds will eat this up.
Literally.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Ashman.
The crab lets go, lands on the ground, and scuttles away into the sewer.
where we will see it again.
You'll like arrive at the end of the campaign to save us. I know it.
Dun, 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 dun. And
No, it just accumulates more mechanical elements, and it becomes Crabzilla.
Crap battle.
meanwhile, Mads is very slowly walking down the street with her arms like and legs. She's like presenting to the world, like she's like showing off the latest fashions, and she's much too good for this place.
As you are walking down the street, you notice that several people are pointing at Mads. Some of them look horrified, others are running away. At one point you see a woman basically run up to what appears to be a guard and starts pointing frantically at Mads. The guard basically starts partially jogging over towards the group.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, ma'am, is everything alright?
Hello, officer. Hello, officer. How are you?
Are you alright, ma'am?
Of course, I'm just taking in the fair city. I love this place. It's my first time here. It's wonderful.
You wouldn't happen to have been accosted in the Dog District, have you?
Oh, that
No, I can't say that I have. Are you alright?
Perfectly fine, ma'am, but you appear to have been assaulted.
Well, that's not very nice. What's that supposed to mean?
Hunter steps in. And is like, no, officer. They. Long story. Bit of magic on some wine. It's just wine.
She's a performance. She is a performance artist.
Very dedicated to her roles.
Roll persuasion.
Which one of them?
Everybody.
Hang on.
First, Icy.
Okie dokie.
Do it
I
with
don't know why.
advantage because the others are technically helping you with that lie.
And Mads is batting her eyes like she's so confused. Like blink, 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 blink. What could they mean?
Oof, never mind, I don't need to roll.
So the guard looks from Hunter through the rest of the party and then looks back at Mads. It's like, perhaps this is not the place for your performance, ma'am. You seem to be causing a little bit of misunderstanding and panic. I would request that you do clean that makeup from your face.
Matt puts her hands up, smiles, and smears it around, doing the movements of washing it off, which of course just makes it worse. It's like rubbing it in. Okay.
So
I'm sorry, I don't want to upset anyone.
Not look impressed at all.
I got it. I'll prestidigitate it off.
Right. Ma'am, no, you just said you are new to the town, but please be aware that this kind of performance is not permitted without a permit. If you would like to seek a permit, you can head to the nearest guardhouse and fill out an application form.
Yeah, they want me to go there to find Rudolph.
Are you missing someone?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Thank you, though. You've been very helpful.
The guard just kind of turns to look at Hunter and says, Ma'am, is your ward safe in your keepership?
Yes, as far as I know, she is just fine. I'll keep a close eye on her, though.
Can I have your name?
Sorry?
Can I have your name?
It's Hunter Swiftpaw, and she shows her badge to the guard.
I don't want to interrupt in the roleplay, but just as a side thing, while this is happening, Hunter, and Jurnis, Mads is twirling her hair and making flirty eyes at the guard.
Sammy is just looking slightly. That sort of smile where you're mortified but you're trying to hide it.
I want to apologize to y'all for Mads. This is just how she is.
No, it's great.
I love it.
Alright,
At least
man.
she does not have to rely on a silly.
I'm
Gimmick.
gonna have to ask you to keep your ward under control. Any other erratic behaviour may end her up in a sanatorium. And he's just giving Mads just this, what is this crazy person kind of look.
You are very commanding.
Oh, I'll be sure to keep a close eye on her, and any problems, they will be dealt with.
See that they are. Well then, on you go. And he gives Mads just another, like, really concerned look, and then starts moving back towards his post.
Thank you, sir. Blessings of Sehanine upon you.
I'm gonna bring you flowers someday.
Please don't.
And then she walks off. Looking disappointed that her blood mask is gone.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
My god. Just give me a moment to get things set up.
I just picture the cleric is like, Sammy is like saying to herself that same line she said earlier. I don't remember the name of the god, but so-and-so sent me to them. So-and-so sent me to them. So-and-so sent me to them.
All part of the plan, all part of the plan!
Gods preserve us.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that, to be honest. What was the god that Sammy follows?
Sehanine.
Celine?
And I'm sure you're all thinking, don't worry, I'm sure it'll be much better once we're in this crowded place we're headed to.
Sehanine. She's basically the elf version of Selune.
Ah, yeah, because my first thought was, is he saying Saloon? Elf and Saloon, got it.
Yep.
So, after a little bit of searching around, I would like someone to roll me go with a survival check.
Want me to do it since I'm in the lead?
Guess everyone.
Everyone's doing it. That's fine. Okay.
Look, everyone is trying to help.
Ashwood, you're able to have a look around. After the description of the tattoo you were given, eventually, you spot a warehouse that has a similar looking marking carved into one of the supports. And that
Looks.
is where we will take you now.
I was surprised because that's usually how you end a session, and that is where we'll end the session. Okay.
Tokens, damn it! There you go.
Ah, crap. Hang on. Specky doesn't have vision.
Oh!
Everybody see?
Yep.
I can see the map.
You can see a map. I can see darkness.
You should be in the low. That's because you changed your token. You should be in the lower right-hand corner.
I didn't mean to draw.
That's left.
And I see an Ashwood right here.
Yep, and I see Ashford there too.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will also say,
I don't see jack shit.
Hang on. I'm working on it.
while that's happening, I would like to just do a little bit of moment with Hunter. Mads is standing next to Hunter and saying, "So I'm your ward?"
Oh, yes, technically.
That's very sweet of you. I'll try to be a good one.
Just keep your nose clean, and everything will be fine.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I think you know that's a physical impossibility.
You know what
Like
I mean.
nothing.
Be a good girl, and don't get into any trouble.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, that's the thing. I never get caught.
Well, you'll have me watching, so
You haven't caught me yet.
for some reason Specky isn't showing up on the map.
And again, I don't see anything.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
calm down, dear Cork. I'm getting to you. Calm down.
Don't worry, Hunter. I'm completely harmless.
This is what
Can you
happens
tell?
when you change your token. You're a halfling. You don't get night vision.
Seriously, Hunter, can't you tell I'm completely harmless?
There you are. Can you see now?
Yes.
Harmless and trouble.
Now I can see.
Are you asking me out?
What?
These.
To Hunter,
What is
to
it?
Hunter.
I don't know, Sam was just kind of very, very uncomfortable.
Also, I hadn't changed my I didn't think I changed my token. I merely changed my character portrait. It's okay.
We could just put it down to roll 20 bullshit. It's normally roll 20 bullshit.
It's all roll 20.
Yes, of course it is roll 20. I mean,
Yes.
what else would we be using?
Sorry, Hunter, you're not my type.
Bear with me. For some reason, Specky's just not behaving.
You're fine, Jurnis. I'm just doing little color role play while we're waiting for you. That's perfectly fine. No worries.
We'll just say
Sorry.
we'll just say we're still walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry. But sorry, Hunter. You're just not my type. I'm afraid. Not like my Rudolph.
Yeah, I was meaning to ask about that. Is Rudolph real?
I keep asking myself that same question.
Huh.
Hunter's just shaking her head.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, it's practically now at the point where you can actually literally see Sammy's cheeks getting redder. Somehow.
Just remember all of you. You know, I'm perfectly happy with you guys coming along on my quest, and I'm really glad that you're here.
Okay, so yous rock up outside this courtyard, this warehouse. Ahead of you see stone and wood-clad walls here, and a yard is enclosed within a fence that is just a little too high for you to see over. There are doors, as you can see around here so far.
And Mads, at this point, now for context from the conversation, does it seem like we're at the place where we're supposed to be at?
Looks like it, as far as you know.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because Mads is going to turn around and say to them, "Now, I can do something really special and go looking for the guy with the tattoo. You guys can wait here, and I'll be right back if you're cool with it."
I think it'd probably be better if we stuck together for the moment.
You're a hunter.
I don't know.
Roll.
It's really awesome. And they won't even know I'm there. They won't even be able to see me.
Does it involve pyrotechnics?
It does not.
Okay, good to know.
If you wanted me to spoil it, one of my favorite things to do is I can turn into things.
Oh.
And I was thinking I could make myself a little tiny bug and go looking around, and then I could come back and tell you what I find.
No, that sounds pretty legit, actually.
How do you feel about that, all of you? I think it'd be awesome.
Thing is, if your transformation runs out while you're inside,
Remind
you're
me,
in trouble.
Jurnis, how long does it last? I can't find it on the list.
For your wild shape?
Wild shape? Yes. It says 1 hour?
I
Yep.
think it's 1 hour per level in Druid.
Yeah. This says 1 hour.
So yeah, it'll last an hour then.
Okay, she says, well, I'm not going to be gone an hour, and that's about how long it lasts, about an hour. I can go in there, look everything over, get a really good view of it all. And who knows, whatever happens, happens. And then I come back here and say, here's what I found. Wouldn't that be better than just guessing? Especially if they're dangerous. And I might be able to find a guy. Should I roll persuasion?
No, they'll just have to see if you manage to persuade them themselves.
Okay. That's just... No, I wasn't sure I meant on top of persuading them themselves. It's no problem. I meant to my own disadvantage.
Well, from what she said, what do you all think?
Well, I made it pretty clear that Rascal's just willing to roll with it. It sounds like it makes sense, doesn't it? I think it's our more law-abiding citizens that might have issues.
Well, if you be safe and don't touch anything, I am willing to look the other way. Well, we try and see if we can find another way in.
Well, look the other way. These are criminals, probably. I'll be doing a civic duty.
Yeah,
How about
but
the rest of you? Are you guys okay with it?
I do still see the risk, but it sounds like a decent idea.
And how about you, newbie?
Sammy's just nervously fiddling with her tail and she kind of just nods.
Okay. And then she starts, murmuring to herself, with, giggles every so often. And she is going to wild shape into... If I can make it appear. There it is. She's going to wild shape into a flying tick.
Okay. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to keep you on your actual icon.
That's fine.
So, I take it you fly into the yard?
Yep, she's going to fly into the yard. She's going to do a perimeter check from above. She's going to look around to see if she can spot people.
That is the wrong token.
And she's also keeping an eye out for anywhere that looks like her focus is. She wants to find someone, she wants to see two things. One is to try to find the missing kidnap victim, and also she's looking for if anyone is far by themselves.
Okay. Well, first off, we'll go step by step. You are in the courtyard. You flew over the fence. What you see is a gate here that is still closed. You also see large warehouse double doors here, a smaller side door here, and a door up here.
Is this the gate I came through?
You just flew over this fence. This wall out here, it's only about 9 feet high, so you just flew over into the courtyard.
So first she's going to investigate the smallest door.
The north one or the south one?
Whichever one is tinier. She's going to start small and move up.
These are both standard sized doors.
Okay, then she just goes through the north one first.
Okay. As you are tick, you're able to get in under the door.
Yeah.
You enter into the warehouse.
Oh.
And you immediately smell blood. As you enter in the doorway, you see a slain man in rough leather armor. You notice he has a tattoo on his neck of a black snake. Hunched over him is this odd avian creature with black feathers and dark leather hoods. It has a blood-stained short sword in one hand and appears to be picking through the man's pockets.
Yikes. Are there any other doorways?
What you see ahead of you is you see stairs going up to an upper level here. This area is entirely open. Each of these blocks here are pillars that are holding an upper floor. An upper floor which extends... I'm actually just going to draw this because it will be easier.
Yeah.
Extends around there. So there's a walkway here on an upper floor.
Okay. She's gonna buzz up to the upper floor and look around.
Okay.
She's gonna try to be avoided by the bird guy, because, you know, she's a bug.
Alright, just give me a quick second, because I have to move you to
She is
another
trying.
map.
She's picturing herself getting beak snapped, and she doesn't wanna.
Whoa.
Okay, so you buzz up to the top floor. You can see another door over here, but mostly you can just see the full span of the room. From where you are up here, you can see 5 more corpses and 2 more birds.
Oh, shiza. Okay. And can she go in through this door? Because she's trying to go fast. She's not wanting to waste time, especially with what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
Because she's like literally just gonna try to. She's looking for the dude, and like, oh no, see him. She leaves. You know, that kind of thing. She's like, I'm not trying to make you drag me all over, but.
You crawl in under this door frame and you find an office, and there's another door to the left.
She goes through that door up here.
You buzz through. There's another office. There's a closed window to the north. It looks like it's a single pane that has been set into the wooden stone. It does not open. There's 2 doors. One to the north, one to the south.
She goes through the north door.
You find a smaller office, again with a
Oh
similar...
no! Back out, or back out, then through the south door.
Another small office.
Okay, out. I'm not trying to make this all the adventures of Mads as a tick.
Don't worry.
She's gone through everything
That you've
in this
noticed.
area. Oh yeah, okay. So
You
she
never went through the southern door.
There are a lot of boxes, crates, and barrels in this warehouse.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other things that could be hidden, but she's staying as a tick.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna head out, and is there a door here that I missed that she can see that I'm missing that she hasn't been in?
You can roll me a quick perception.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just bad. My autism makes shapes difficult. One moment.
Okay. From where you are in the upper floor, you see no further doors on the upper floor.
Huh?
However, you do notice there's another room down here, underneath the stairs.
She's gonna head for that.
Okay. You head in this door. You find a large pile of tarps and blankets.
And that's it?
That's what you can see.
Yeah. She's not investigating anything. She heads out. And, I think that we've... sorry to have to ask for help, but, is, over here? Can she, like, buzz around in a circle, trying to avoid yeah, she's trying to avoid the person. And then she's gonna head back out.
Stealth with advantage to go past him.
Yeah. Stealth with advantage.
Roll again.
Okay. I'm nervous.
Okay, 12. You buzz past the person in front of you, but he seems too preoccupied with looting the corpse to notice you.
She heads back out and then she goes through the into the other place, the other door.
The other door just takes you to the other side of the warehouse.
Oh, okay. Then she goes back out and hits that other place that she was the gate. She goes through the gate.
This gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she can.
You fly over it, and it takes you back out into the street.
Oh, okay. So, and I'm sorry I don't want to metagame. Was there anything you described that I'm not thinking that I didn't go through that was obvious?
You saw a lot of boxes, crates, barrels, and things that you could not move with your tiny size.
Yeah. But nothing specifically that you described like as an option that I didn't do.
No.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure of. So Mads comes back, and she transforms back into human, and relates what she's seen as best she can. She is a tracking or survivalist, so her map skills are better than mine, and she tries to describe what she found, and then comes to the issues of with lots of dead bodies and bird people, and I just kind of left. I counted 7. Did I count 7 right? 7 bird people, or was there just 5?
No, you just saw 3 bird people, but you saw 6 corpses.
Okay, six dead bodies. Snake tattoo guy is one of them. So he's dead, and there's 3 bird people. And does she, since she's a wild person, would she know what those are?
Roll nature.
Nature, her big skill. We'll see how good she is.
You know that there are certain humanoid races of bird, but you don't know. You haven't been in contact with them, so you don't know exactly what they are. Could be Arakocra, could be Kenku, you don't know which.
Could be Arakocra, could be Kenku, not really sure. I was going pretty fast.
There's an easy way to answer that question. Wings or no wings?
Did they have wings?
You don't know. They had capes
I don't
on.
know. Oh, they were wearing these big capes, so I couldn't tell.
I think we should probably go
Let's
get
try
one.
it.
I'm
Let's
leaning
make our-
towards Kenku.
I think we should go get one of the guard.
That sounds like a good idea because the thing is, they're pickpocketing the bodies.
Definitely Kenku then.
We should
Oasis.
try to apprehend them first.
Yeah, I mean, we got the law right here.
Hunter, what do you say? Should we go in? How do you
Are
decide?
we
Under
deputy
my-
Heist?
Under my authority, I say we go in.
Oh, so you're actually... Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't realise you three, Sorry.
Yes.
And at that, Mads goes, can I kill him?
No, we take him alive.
Can I kill him a little?
No.
Kill them a little.
Oh, like,
You
how
can
many
cut-
do we need? There's 3 of them. I say we kill one, it scares the other 2, and then...
Sammy,
No, we take.
because how high is the wall?
The wall's about 9 feet.
Right, Sammy's going to use her wings to fly over the wall and get into the courtyard.
What if I leave them alive, but they're a vegetable?
They're not in a very good position to give statements then.
She's going to make her way and slowly open the gate.
Fine.
The gate
Fine.
is locked.
The gate's locked.
Yep.
She's going to try to see if she can unlock it from this side somehow.
It's a padlock.
Padlock. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. This gate is actually not locked.
Right.
It's just been held close by a sliding bolt. You can open that.
Okay. Sammy's going to open the gate.
Okay. The gate is now
Step
open.
back.
Just let me...
Okay. She steps back as she pulls the gate open.
Need to be quiet. Careful about this. Don't want to alert into our presence too fast.
Very, very quiet. Quiet, we're hunting. Well, no.
Alright, so where's the next door?
Okay, as you enter
Right
in,
here?
you see a small door to the north, a small door here to the south, and right in front of Hunter is two exceptionally large warehouse doors.
Alright. Mads, where did you see them looting?
In here. That's where they were, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I really appreciate it, but I literally like my lowest score on my aptitude is spatial relations.
You can tell them basically that it is one large room.
Yeah, it's a big giant room. There's 2 floors. The 3 of the guys. It was 3 downstairs and 2 up, right?
There was no one upstairs. Everyone was downstairs.
Okay, they're all downstairs, digging through bodies and stuff.
Alright.
And she tells them where Tattoo Guy is. He's over there in that part.
Yep. You point next through the north door.
And he don't look too good.
Alright. I'll take the north door. Whoever wants to join me, I prefer some backup. The rest of you take the other door. We'll try and pinch them off. And close them off together.
How about I come with you, Hunter? We'll be like a team.
Alright.
What do you say?
Alright, Mads, you're with me. No killing.
Of course not. I promised.
I take them alive. Knock them out. That's it. You can hurt
I
them,
roll
but don't kill
emoji.
them.
I roll emoji. I roll emoji. I roll emoji. One little hand, her right hand is being a kobold mouth going mama 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 mama.
Alright. We got these big heavy doors. We're not exactly going to be stealthy. So, on the count of 3.
Well, big heavy doors here. There's a smaller, normal sized door down here.
Okay.
But there's a door right there in front of you.
And so, the rest of you take that smaller door. Mads and I will take this door.
What if this door is... Ashwood actually takes a look at the door. There's a padlock, you said?
Yep, this door is locked.
Well, what if this door is locked? I don't think any of us know how to open the lock without a key.
We'll
Gonna waddle over to
That's
Matt
the door.
super quick and tug on her. If you
Take the
could
door. Yeah.
give us a signal, I'm sure we'll know it when we hear it.
A signal. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
You're welcome. I know, what's this about a lock?
I'm gonna roll investigation to see if the door Hunter's in front of is locked.
Sure.
Oh,
It's a door. It's made of door. I'm also just realizing, as I'm rereading the module, that it's actually supposed to be a window.
oh no!
Oh, window, what's
Wait, does that mean when Mads went into it, she should have been like, boom?
Technically, yeah, but I'd say you managed to get in through a small crack. But, yeah,
Okay.
it's a sizable window.
Okay, so instead,
I'm sorry,
That's
that's me. That's my bad for building the map.
There's only this door down here and the 2 big ones.
Yeah, and the
I
two
almost
big
went. I almost.
doors.
It's okay. It's a common mistake. I almost went through that window. That would have been really bad. There's a
Fine.
trick I can do. When I change into a bug like that, Hunter, there's a trick I can do that I really was hoping I could show you, but maybe some other time I can show it. I can show you how it works.
Are think I know what trick you mean. There's a hyena here somewhere.
So by the
No,
time...
that's a different lap.
Okay, so
Now-
please do.
Mads is going to stumble in herself, wheezing and coughing.
How you
She's
doing?
gonna go in and. Oh, I thought she could. I thought this one was open. Okay, they're both locked. Okay, I misunderstood.
This is
Sorry.
this is the window that
That's
I
the window.
Oh.
stick.
Door here,
Okay.
and over here.
Yeah. Do this ever so slightly so you can actually see the size of these doors. There you
Oh golly. Mads is like she looks frustrated. Like she's like, well, if you let me kill him, I could go in there, and I could find a key or something.
Or you
Yeah,
can
you
kill
can-
yourself.
Auto door!
Okay. And she's like, well, then why don't I go in? Why don't I? Is this locked too?
I
Can she
don't
turn it?
know. Hang on.
Okay.
Yes.
So both doors are locked. All doors are locked.
Yes, but this one has actually a padlock down outside.
He says, look, at this point, why don't we do this? I have an idea. She says, I can turn back into a bug, come around the other side, entangle him with my vines. It's a neat trick. And then I can, I can find a way to open the doors.
Actually, sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a dangerous idea because you against 3?
Am I allowed to kill them though if they're scared, if they're endangering my life?
If they endanger your life, yes. But only
Okay.
if they're trying to kill you.
Only if, of course. And so, with that, Mads again does wild shape. Using it up for the second time. She's got 2.
Okay.
She's gonna turn into a tick again.
Okay.
She is going to go in. And she is going to go looking for the birds.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Oh. I'm trying. I hope they're still there.
You don't see the birds.
Okay.
Oh great, in all our discussion, they're gone.
Yeah. So can she if she looks at this door,
Say go for the smaller door, it might make less noise. Okay. Sorry.
she's the big one.
The big one has an internal locking mechanism.
I've been told I have nimble fingers. You can try opening it, these.
Oh,
But do you have thieves' tools?
No, I do not have the tools that would usually be used.
I've got tiny kobold hands and a rapier. I can make do.
is it a padlock? I couldn't hear. I got knocked
It's a
down.
padlock on the outside.
Padlock
Is
there,
she-
internal lock there.
Oh,
Hunter feels stupid. She does have these tools.
while they're doing that, Mads is going to go flying around, do a quick check at the same place as she did before, just to make it easy for time, and look for any birds.
Roll me another perception check.
Yep. I'm just trying to make it good for time for everybody, so I don't monopolize the scene. Okay.
You see no birds.
Aww. And she's gonna be like, she's gonna come back and be like, she's gonna turn back into a person, and she's gonna try to. Well, before she does, she looks at the window. The window, it's like over there or wherever. And is she gonna? Can any of those windows be open so people can climb in without padlock nonsense?
This window, it's one of those ones that is, it's about 5 feet tall, and it looks like it can be opened to spin on an axis in the center. However, it is also locked.
And then the other one?
The windows upstairs at the back, they are fixed into the wall.
Okay.
So those ones can't be opened.
Mads goes and crawls around on the bodies looking for keys or anything that she might find.
With your size, that would be exceptionally difficult.
Okay, so she's gonna... She looks so disappointed. She's gonna turn back into a person. Okay. She wanted to show them all a trick.
So you apparate into being. And you start looking around.
Mm-hmm. So gonna start with this body, then move up.
Right,
looking for keys.
Roll me an investigation check for the first body.
While she's doing it.
Okay, alright. You start picking through and you notice this guy has a snake tattoo on his arm. Stay there just a sec there, just while we finish this. You notice he has a snake tattoo on his arm. You notice that he has already been searched. His jacket is open, his purse is missing. It looks like whatever he had on him was taken by the birds. And also, does a 19 hit you?
I think so. I'm double checking. Yes, it does.
Okay. There is now an arrow protruding from your back.
Did we hear?
I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And that's the signal.
Alright.
She was gonna.
Bless you for trying so hard.
Initiative. Come on, high initiative.
Points of effort, Matt.
How many damage do I take?
I will tell you in a moment.
Okay.
Let's see. 1d6 plus 3. I basically did not have time to enter these guys in, so 1d6 plus 3, so that's 7 points of damage. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to manually roll these guys' attacks. So forgive me.
That's okay. And
Don't worry about it.
Mads is hurting.
Excellent. That was for getting the duck box working, not because you got hurt.
I thought they were not there.
Let's just say you lot were making a lot of noise outside.
Yeah, I should have rolled stealth.
Pardon me.
Okay.
Well, the best part is now they're all trapped outside and Mads can't get away because she used up her power.
Alright. So, that was his attack. That was his stealth attack. So, first off, Mads. You're
I'm trying to roll
stunned.
initiative, it's
You
not
didn't
working.
get a chance to shout out.
I know. I figured.
So-
I'm trying to... Hold on, I'm trying to still roll initiative.
Also, then
There we go.
Signal.
There we are.
There we are.
7.
Let me just add you in there. If I go onto the right layer. Add a turn. So, I'm afraid you can't call out until your turn.
Oh, I know.
So, Sammy, you've heard nothing from your companion. Is there anything you would like to do in the 6 seconds?
Sammy thinks for a second and she goes, maybe I could try to blow the lock off. She could try and use Sacred Flame to blow the padlock off.
Roll to attack.
One hit point.
Let me look up the stats for padlock.
Well, the question is it a good one, or is it one that would in the United States be considered a master lock? By which I mean it's completely shite.
There we are. Okay, apparently searching 5e padlock stats links you to a multi-class paladin warlock.
What?
Yep,
Anyway,
yep, I know that.
Alright. You hit it and you singe it, but it is not unlocked.
I really don't know what else to suggest.
Hunter.
That's all she can do. So have a step back.
Alright. This has gone on long enough. Hunter's going to, tell everybody to clear out of the way. And he's gonna come back here and take a running charge at the door.
Your companions are on the way.
I don't think
We can't move, it's not our turn yet.
Okay, where was I before? Here? So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, 20 there.
There's also
Alright.
a large window pane up there.
Actually, yeah, screw that. Reverse and I'm gonna. She's gonna smash the window.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Surprisingly, I don't have a. You know what? Fuck it. Just gonna use my short sword.
Okay. You basically hold up your short sword and just smash your hilt into the glass. It shatters, making a loud noise. You now have a way cleared. However, this is going to be hazardous terrain. You'll have to make a dexterity check to try and get through without cutting yourself.
Yep. Dexterity save.
A dexterity check.
Hang on. That music is too loud.
Oh, sorry, let me turn it down a little bit.
Dexterity check. So I can get it inside and at least get 5 more feet.
Is that better for you?
Yeah,
Remember, you can also control your master volume under your settings tab on the right.
that's a save. Hang on.
Okay, you managed to deftly pick your way through the glass without hurting yourself.
I can't get in.
Oh, sorry. Just let me.
Okay.
There we are. The door is now open.
And then
As you enter in, you see the bodies before you.
let's see.
It's dangerous
Going
to.
to- Going to use my feline agility.
Okay.
Move my last 5 feet and then 30 more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's where Hunter can get to.
Okay. So, for some unknown reason, your tabaxi companion ran over, smashed a window, and sprinted inside. Ashford, the locked door's ahead of you. There's an open window this way. I would also say, Hunter, you have now noticed that Mads has been damaged.
Yep.
You're the winner.
It's unfortunately outside of my reach, the window. I don't want to run and not be able to do anything. So, I'm going to take one of my arrows, break off the tip, and try to use that as a makeshift lockpick.
Roll sleight of hand with disadvantage.
That's a 10.
Not bad.
You don't even manage it. The arrowhead is too big to actually fit into the lock. Anything else you'd like to try?
I am thinking really, really, really hard. Whether or not I'm going to use that. Yeah, using my primeval awareness to identify what types of creatures are around me.
Okay, let's see. You can look for aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. You sense none of these.
Well, at least it's not undead.
Hang on, what was that sense? Sorry.
Oh wait, yeah, actually, yeah, you sense fiend.
Okay, there's fiends in there.
So basically, Mad's entire recon was useless.
No, because I can only detect if the type is present. I don't know necessarily how many and where they are.
You sense a general direction, and the general direction leads you this way.
Yeah, there's a fiend behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting
Great.
about tieflings.
Thought I could tune certain specific individuals out. Okay, that was a waste of time. Yeah. Going to make my way towards the window then.
Okay.
Don't forget you can dash, caw.
Not
I'm
anymore.
not
He
go-
used his action
Oh,
to try
what
and
was
pick the lock.
Also, I'm not going to dash because I want to be able to, if necessary, fight.
Okay.
After all, Ashworth has no idea what awaits him on the other side. Yeah, I'm done.
Rascal, you're up.
Right, so we spent a whole lot of time fussing around these doors. Mads ran off. Hunter's decided to break a window. So all that time, Rascal was getting frustrated, literally like tapping his foot like Sonic the Hedgehog would. I'm waiting. So I'll just get to the nitty gritty of it. I want to thunder wave the door.
Okay.
These ones specifically.
All right.
And
Roll it.
I don't want to hurt my friends though. If it can be avoided. You get what I mean.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Oh, come on.
Thunder wave. 15-foot cube. Where would you like your epicenter to be? Just directly in front of the door?
Yep.
Okay.
I trust you to draw the cube.
Team! This is the part of the movie where the team fails horribly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
We're not quite the squad yet.
Ashwood,
Yes.
I am joking though. It is only 15 feet, so it's that. I'm going to assume that you don't want to put it in front in any of your friends' lane. So we'll say we put it.
I want to break the doors, not my friends.
We'll say you cast the epicenter here, which is a 15-foot cube ahead, so blasting the doors.
Sure.
The doors can't make a Constitution saving throw.
So they fail!
Let's see.
Unlike our little crab friend who might have had a chance to succeed.
Little crabs.
Okay, so wood.
Or if I'm just saying, it's literally like a power chord!
I just looked up hit points for doors.
You could have just tried attacking the lock. It would have been about as effective.
Actually no.
He was frustrated.
A much higher AC.
The
So,
fucking lock has a higher AC.
your spell hits, the doors shake in their hinges, but these are strong, sturdy doors. They don't crack, and they're still chained shut, or still locked shut. Sorry. However, you have made quite a lot of noise.
Oh, it's worth a try.
It was, wasn't it?
If I die in day one, y'all.
I guess I'll use my movement to head here and leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm just not gonna let that happen.
So, now it is the birdies' turns. Let me just get their health real quick because I'm a smart person and was prepared.
It's okay.
I can smell the sarcasm from over here.
Okay, so first things first. This one is again going to shoot per Mads. So he doesn't get advantage because he's visible now because he popped out of his barrel. He did roll a nat 20 though. So that's 2d6. 6. Oh, Jesus. 5, 11 plus 3. That's 14. So I'm afraid he does hit you for 14 points, Mads.
Ooh, that can't be good.
It's not. Mads is, since Swiftpaw can see me, right?
Yeah. As you're watching, another arrow sprouts out of Mads' back.
And Mads looks like she is on the verge of death. Like she's literally about to die.
Fuck.
I mean, I could assume I can say that with... I mean, I don't
That's,
want to...
Another nat 20. 3, 4, 7, 3. That's another 10 hit points on you, I'm afraid, Mads.
Mads is dead.
You're unconscious, not dead yet.
Wasn't
so,
double your full HP, so you're not dead.
Yeah. So Mads is unconscious. Hi, Lucy. I need those dice. I do. Look at this.
Not for gold.
It's just
Oxygen.
Okay.
just remember, Glorth died on my first mission.
True. Hunter, does 19 hit you?
It does. 16, yeah.
5 plus 6 is 11, plus 3 is 14. You have been struck between the shoulder blades very hard and take 14 points of piercing damage.
Bloody hell.
Okay. So just give me a quick sec.
Ah, damn you!
I take it 23 hits you.
You need to ask.
Maybe. 2, 3, plus 3, 6. So it's another 6 points of piercing damage.
So doesn't Hunt have partial cover from this one?
No. He was was on the stairs and then jumped down.
Ah.
So he's more here, or over here.
He was on these stairs, and then as soon as he shot, he moved over on top of these boxes. I moved him out from hiding after I moved him, so that was my bad. First off, let me get to that little spot. He was here in the GM lair, and then he moved over after he shot, but I forgot to move him to the proper layer. There we are. So, there we are. Until after he moved.
So, you said 6 more points?
Yes. Red boy, brown boy, and green boy. Okay. So that's their turn.
Would I be able to call out at this point?
No. Mads, could you make me a death saving throw?
Yes. I don't know how to do it.
If you've reduced your health to 0 and D&D Beyond, you'll notice up the top there, next to your health now, there is a button for death save.
But I don't see a button. It just says failure, success, death saves.
Yeah, click the death saves in the roll 20.
I am.
thing.
Nothing's happening.
Or just roll a d20 in
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're alright, don't panic.
Don't worry about it.
That is a success.
They're not dead yet.
Okay. Sammy.
Right, Sammy's going to move 15 feet to here. Use her flying speed for 30 feet to get to here. As she goes, she calls out, "We have contact!" Move another 15 feet to here.
What is your flying speed?
30 feet.
You... Never mind, I can't remind the exact rules, go ahead.
Okay.
There is a rule about flight and movement speed.
Alright.
But I can't remember it, so go ahead.
I thought they were generally considered separate.
I can't remember if they
Yeah, I
are
thought
or not, or if you have to have one of them if you move on another, but I can't remember, so let's just continue on.
Well, she's going to look at Mads, and she's going to cast Healing Word at level 2. So, 1 second. So that's 9 points to Mads. And she's going to look at Red Birdie. Shouldn't have done that, you evil creature. And she is going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 1.
On Red Birdie?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you see him. He's standing on top of these boxes. 19. That will hit him.
Okay.
How much damage does it do?
1 second. That does 17 damage at level 2.
Okay. So you cast Guiding Bolt. The Kinky turns and looks at you, and he disappears in a puff of feathers and is replaced by a perfectly cooked turkey.
Oh dear, I think I might have overdone that one.
That no, you've done that very.
Next up, Hunter. Your shoulder really fucking hurts.
Don't worry, she's been through worse. Or has she? I don't know yet. Alright. So, let's see. How high are these barrels?
Those barrels, they are stacked up in a pyramid. There's about 3 levels.
If you punch one out, it might
Maybe
topple.
like 9 feet up.
Okay. So, I was thinking of moving here and getting a line of sight, but no. Since he's on the other side.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Okay. Move there. And... Spell creatures and martial spirits from them. Okay, so that's an awesome spell, but not very useful at the moment. Alright. She's going to pull out her longbow and shoot Birdie.
25 hits?
Well, piercing. Takes an arrow right in the chest.
Okay, 12 points of piercing damage to that one. He is hurt pretty bad.
It's with the same weapon. Okay, no, yep, I'm done.
Okay. Next up, Ashford.
Okay. First move in here, jump in through the window. So first move in here, jumping through the window.
Can I get a dexterity check for avoiding the glass?
You want a dexterity check. Ow.
I'm afraid you do manage to cut yourself and take 3 points of slashing damage.
I live. Oh, wait, for some reason my token doesn't work properly, so gotta do this. Okay.
Yeah, I had you set up for something like this here, but for some reason it appears to have changed and it had none of the settings on it. I'll resolve that for next turn.
For next week, you mean?
Yeah.
Looking at orange. Hello, my name is Ashwad Grambletoes. You seem to have helped my friends. And you know what usually would come.
15 hits. For 4 points of piercing damage on Brian. Okay.
On orange.
Technically that color's listed as brown for some reason, but close enough. Okay, is that all?
That is all I can do right now, unfortunately.
Okay. Next up, Rascal.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm a kobold, do I have to make the dex save going in the window, or am I just,
Yeah,
too
you
shy?
need to avoid the broken glass.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna go over there, use 15 feet of my movement, and a dex save, yes?
Yeah.
Dex. Oh, come on!
A check, not a save.
Oh, my bad. I assumed. Oh, gosh.
I'm afraid you take 1d4, which is 2 points of slashing damage.
Ah, fuck! Okay, what chaos do we have before us? Ah, good. I'll just use the rest of my movement to use the rascal thing and square off against Orange here. And whip out.
He is on top of several boxes.
Oh! Oh no! Shoot, I might want to rethink that then. Yeah, can I retract that, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Let's see. What's the range on throwing a dagger? Because I got that.
30 feet for standard range and 60 feet with disadvantage.
Can I throw that orange at least?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to throw that, please.
go for it.
Whee!
13 hits.
Yeah!
What's your damage?
7.
7. Alright. You hit him in the neck and he starts bleeding profusely. He's like, "Rah!" He's hurt.
Excellent! Don't get too much
that you?
else. Yeah, I think that's me for now.
Okay, next up is the Boyds. First off, is this one down here. He's going to take a shot at Hunter. Blah blah blah. Short bow, range attack +5. So 13 plus 5 is 18. Does that 18 hit you, Hunter?
Yes.
You take. He rolled a 1 on his damage. You take 4 points of piercing damage. Okay, next up is Green Boy. First things first, he's going to 19. Does 19 hit you, Sammy? Sammy. Seffi.
Sorry. 19 hits me, yeah.
Okay. I would like you to take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Right. And then 5, 10, 15, 20. He climbs up onto the stairs. 25 and 30. He's starting to run up the stairs. And lastly is Orange Boy. Orange Boy is going to jump onto the stairs. 5, 10, and he's moving upstairs. 15. Just going to move him to the other side. 15, 20, 25, 30. He is now on the upper floor and he has crouched down so you can't see him. Also, to give you some context as well that I gave Mads, the upper floor basically runs like this, where this is a platform the whole way around. This bit here, where Hunter and Mads are, that is open all the way to the ceiling. So there is like a balcony that runs around the outside. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the Kenku has now basically crouched down up here. You just can't see him. So that's that. Next up, Mads.
Okay.
You're a little bit mad.
Am I awake again?
Yep.
Yeah, you've got
You're conscious
9
and
hit
prone.
points.
I'm prone, right?
Yep.
Do I have to get up to cast a spell?
You don't have to, no.
Okay. Mads stares with this strangely loving expression at this thing right here. Like she couldn't be more affectionate for it. It's a good, wonderful thing in her life. She's glad this happened.
Oh, Jesus
Oh!
Christ.
With Thunderwave as well.
Oh fuck! What just happened? I had to step away.
She looked over at the Kenku, who's in really bad shape, and cast Thunderwave in his face. Okay, dexterity, or constitution save even. 19! And even with his minus modifier, I'm afraid that he does win that. So he takes half the damage, which is 4 points of damage.
Do the barrels get knocked around or anything?
I was getting to that.
Oh, okay.
These barrels basically explode. The Kenku falls and crashes to the ground as he is filled with splinters and shrapnel from the barrels.
That was the goal.
And he is very dead.
Can Mads now get up and walk over to the dead burb?
Yes, if you get up, you have use half your movement, so you still have half your
Okay.
movement.
Okay, so I have 3 instead of 6.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. And can she bend down and start petting the goo?
Sure, you can use your bonus action to play in the gore of your enemy.
That's what she's doing. If she can, she's gonna pick up the head and move it around like a puppet.
Sure.
I gave visions of Pliny.
It's almost on par with you use your bonus action to moisturize the hobgoblin, but okay.
I was thinking that, yeah.
So, what are my friends gonna be doing today in history of Barovia?
Sammy!
Yeah.
That little fucker shot.
Sammy.
What are you going to do?
Sammy's going to draw her rapier, move 1, 2, and 3. She's going to try to stick in with her rapier first.
Roll it.
I just did, just waiting on roll 20 to catch up. Just going to double check actually, try again. 24
That definitely hits.
for 9 piercing. And as a non-lethal attack, she's going to try and shield bash him as well.
Roll it.
Okay, I'll roll a strength check for it. It's 15.
Okay, let's see if you can dodge it with his dex. Unfortunately, he does manage to slip out of your out of the way. You rolled a 17.
Oxygen,
Right.
everyone, sorry.
And that's all she can do.
Okay. Next up, Hunter. I see.
I see.
Sorry, mic up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Alright, sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. I put my mic up so you didn't hear. Alright. So, Hunter can see him.
Yep.
Bastard. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Let's see. If I move through these two guys, would that half my movement? Or just because they're dead?
When you say move through them, what do you mean? You just step over their bodies?
Yeah, just like that.
No.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here. And take aim with his longbow and fire.
Definitely hits. Okay. As he ducked down to dodge your companion's shield bash, your arrow just slides in under her arm past her shield and just skewers him across the neck as he slumps off the stairs. Dead.
So much for taking them alive. And especially for Goo Boy back there.
There's still one left.
I apologise for incinerating one of them.
Alright. I assume that's your turn?
I have 5 more movement. Gonna move back here, just slightly under the awning, so I'm a little bit harder to hit.
Alright. Ashword,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
It is now time for me to do my stuff. Don't suppose I can instantly get up the stairs, so I have to go the long route, unfortunately. That's 20. No. Why would I go that way?
Because Roll20's been a dick and not letting me move. There we are.
That I unfortunately can only, because I am a little bit shorter, I can only move 25 feet.
If you climb up these boxes, you can get there.
I can only go 25 feet, not 30.
Oh yeah, my bad. Well, you could still get up here with that.
Yeah, but still. And hypothetically, climbing up there would cost me additional time. But okay, I'll climb up there.
Okay.
Should actually see the idiot on the other floor, if I'm lucky.
I would say you just see the top of his cloak. So you'd be trying to fire at him with disadvantage, and he would have 3/4 cover.
I'll just check something. Casting Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay, you managed to affect him with with Hunter's Mark.
If he wouldn't mind marking him off for me, that would be rather nice. You are mine, birdie boy.
Sure, we'll just put a little flag on him.
Gracias.
Okay. Next up, Rascal.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, but is it like with spells where you can cast a first level spell with a second level slot?
No.
No?
No. Bardic
No,
Inspiration
you-
is just basically on or off. There is no such thing as a higher level Bardic Inspiration.
You
Oh,
can't improve.
I was basically doing so I wanted to use both my action and a bonus action to apply 2 Bardic Inspirations. One to Ashwood and Sammy, but if that's not doable...
Nah, 1 per turn.
Okie dokie.
You need to after all either talk or sing to them, hypothetically.
I have a loot.
Or play the music. That takes time.
What chaos is going on here? Dead bird, dead people, dead people, dead people.
This is why I love Dynamic Lightning. You just don't know what the fuck's going on over there.
Nope.
Rascal, I will say you did see the other bird run upstairs.
Yeah. I've used 20 of my movement already, which leaves me with 10. Even if I use dash now, that only gives me 20 more feet. Screw it. I'll just get to the base of the stairs and apply Bardic Inspiration to Samay.
Thank you, Mushley.
Alright.
Okay.
It's also Combat Inspiration, because I'm a College of Valor Bard.
College of Valor. I played that one, yep. I prefer my glamour bard. Next up, it is the Kenku's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40. You hear breaking glass.
He escaped.
Dexterity. Okay. Next up, Mads.
Mads gets up, and is there enough of the head for her to just carry it with her, like under her arm as she walks to the stairs?
You would have to cut it from the body, which would take your action.
She does so.
Just gonna say, are these walls
Where?
on the upper floor map?
Wait, you can see that?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Because you're a tiefling, maybe?
How can you see that?
I don't know, but I'm questioning how he managed to get to that window without smashing through the wall.
He ran through a door.
Oh, he dashed. Right.
Yeah,
Fair
he
enough.
dashed. Oh, I think I know how you can see that. Okay. Yeah, sure, you decapitate the bird.
She takes the bird and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's looking to be caught up with the others. She's, and that's all she does.
Okay.
She's walking back with the others, carrying the bird under her, in a dignified fashion, under her shoulder. Under her arm.
Next up, Sammy.
So I was going to go 1, 2, go on to the next floor.
Okay, give me a second, I'll pull you over.
So she's at the top of the stairs.
I really hope I get to do what I'm planning, and that he didn't escape.
3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to dash. 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't get through that door.
The door is lying open.
Yeah, but I can't actually get through it.
Oh, right, sorry. Dynamic lighting. That door is open. That door is open.
She's just going to dash to about there.
Okay. This window is broken.
Is the Kenku on the ground underneath, or...?
You would have to be next to the window to get a good look out.
Right. Yeah, that's all she can do.
Okay.
Yep.
Next up, Hunter.
Alright, well, since Hunter doesn't... Well, he would have heard the... There was a crash, right?
Yeah, you
A
would
blast?
have to smash.
Alright, so... My character. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... 30 to there... And dash... 5, 10... Upstairs...
Okay, give me a second, I'll move you over.
And that'd be 15. And what window did he go out of?
You can't see any windows from where you are. You do, however, notice a door over this way.
Okay, so here's my dash. 15, 20, 25, 30. And then my feline agility. Can't get in room. Going in room. How's it? Oh,
The door's over
okay.
here.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well,
There's another
Back-
door there that is also lying open, and you do see Sammy going for this window. You do see the broken glass scattered around.
yeah, but I've used my bonus action and all my movements. Oh, and I can't. I could move here, but Sammy's there, so.
You could move there, just below her.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Okay, next up, Ashwood. You can
Jumping
step
onto
directly onto
the top
stairs.
The top of the stairs, moving up to the top floor,
Okay,
if you'd be so kind.
let me move the Kenku corpse. Okay.
Can I see any of the open doors?
From where you are, you can see this one over here. You also sense your hunter's mark to the north.
So there's no way I could get through to this thing,
That is
which I can strangely see through.
Yeah, that's because Specky went in around there earlier on, and when I was trying to sort out the vision, Specky viewed that room. So you saw what Specky saw.
5. Dashing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then everyone standing in the way. 5.
Okay.
Detection of the hunter's mark, probably. So yeah, keeping the concentration up, by the way.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
There's not a lot I can do aside from trying to figure out how far the mark might be right now.
It doesn't really say. It doesn't really give you a distance. It just gives you a general cardinal direction.
It's worth a try.
Yeah. From what you sense, it is coming from that direction. Okay, next up.
Well,
Rascal.
given that I can see everyone standing around, and it seems like there's broken glass, I have a fairly good idea what happened.
Rascal.
Okay, I'd like to ascend to the next floor, which costs 15 feet of my movement, from what I can tell.
Sure. Just let me move you over.
Woohoo!
Should have gotten jump or
Fantastic!
Rider.
I reach the top of the stairs. I see no one.
That's because everyone's over here.
My tiny kobold legs.
Look, I had to rush over there as well, so
Okay, I use
I'm not
the
even
dash
in the
action
room.
to try and catch up. Good lord.
Just it.
Oh boy.
Let's claw
Like
more
the
pad.
Scooby-Doo bongo drum sound.
I had her.
From my vantage point, Ashwood. So yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna give him my last point of bardic inspiration.
I'm just gonna move you a sec so I can grab Specky. There we are. Couldn't get Specky.
Should I bother picking bardic inspiration again, or are you good?
That's up to
I'm
you.
good.
If you...
I do it to contribute.
Sure. You give bardic inspiration to
Ashwood.
yeah, that word. There we are.
So that'll be my turn.
Okay, next up. It is the Kenku. Sammy and Hunter. You hear
Oh boy.
just these footsteps getting fainter and fainter and fainter. So let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 55, 60. Okay. Mads. D.
Yes, I'm here.
You're up.
Yeah, oh, okay. Sorry about that. And, so Mads skips along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's just kind of skipping along now, holding the bird. And I think that's all I can do if I'm not mistaken.
You can use your action to dash, which means you can move your
Yes.
movement again.
Yes, she wants to move as far as she can dash. And spotting Rascal, is that as far as I can go, or how many more moves do I have?
You still have 5 more squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Rascal.
Hi!
Bear in mind she's holding the bird head.
Neat head!
Okay. Top of the round. Sammy.
Sammy's going to climb out the window. And then...
It is a full story drop. So it's around
Right.
12 to 13 feet.
Right, she's not going to drop down. She's going to use her... 1 second. 30 feet of movement, flight movement to get down to about there on the first floor. And she'll use another 10 feet to get round the corner so she can see the Kenku.
Sorry.
Okay.
How high up are you all?
Is she actually next to him, or is she about 10 feet away?
He was just around the corner. He seemed to be catching his breath.
Right, she's just going to straight up jam the rapier into his shoulder.
16 will hit.
8 piercing. And she's going to hold him in place. She's just going to drop every weapon you have.
Okay.
Sammy sounds a lot like Elaine or Samara right now.
He had
And
a short
that's-
bow in his hand, and that clatters to the ground.
And I was going to say, will that be a persuasion or intimidation?
Well, you don't really do much, because he has already dropped everything. Also, so does he.
Right.
You just kill another bird.
I'm going to say she tried to go through his shoulder, so it would have been non-lethal.
It's the amount of damage you did to him. Tell you what, roll me a d20.
Okay, D20.
Come on.
I'll be nice.
Yeah, she's just going to keep him in place, skewered against the wall, basically.
Okay, he is unconscious.
She kind of calls up, recommend you all get down here. I managed to capture him.
You hear that echo down the alley.
We all do?
Yeah, well, Hunter and Ashwood would.
Okay.
Ashword. Yeah, Ashword. Rascal.
A lot of people misunderstand my name and call me Ashwood. I'm not Ashwood. I'm Ashword. You need to
Rascal
roll
and
the
Mads are a
R's,
little distracted
or I
with
go
the,
and punch your little.
the grim sock puppet.
What'd you say?
Mads and Rascal are a little bit distracted by the grim sock puppet.
Oh, there's more to the sock puppet than meets the eye.
It is actually a transformer.
No.
It can transform into something that is more or less just pulp.
So
So,
Hunter-
what he's doing.
Hunter's making his way back downstairs, running as fast as he can.
Well,
Mads, Rascal.
Ashwood is going to go to Sammy's got him pinned apparently. Or
Get
something.
where?
Downstairs.
And Matt runs with the bird.
I guess if
She looks very happy and excited.
combat's over.
Yep, if you all stand still, I'll just move
Oh,
you to
sorry.
the courtyard for the sake
Yeah.
of brevity.
Please do.
There.
Kubur, check your whispers.
I see them.
Hunter's already there.
Dee-dee-dee-da-dee-dee-doo-doo.
He's tying up, pulling out the rope that she has, and is tying up the bird. And going to do an investigation just to make sure that it doesn't have any other tools on it that it could use to escape.
All right. You basically start padding around the kinku, and you find some lockpicks tucked in behind some feathers and its arms. You also managed to find a dagger stashed in its belt.
Alright, I'll take all those. Hold on to them for evidence. Ugh. And then...
You want anyone to give him a little bit of a health boost? Just so he opens his eyes and is ready to be... What is the term interrogated, right?
And well, yeah, Mads is coming up on y'all. Still holding the bird head.
Well, I don't think that one is going to tell a lot.
Well, if we had someone who could speak with dead, that'd be a different story. But
Oh, well,
Okay.
wake him up! Wake him up! Wake him up! Wake
I'm
him up!
on it. I'm on it. Rascal will just strum and cast Healing Word at first level on the bird.
As this is happening, Mads is moving the bird head to be level with the face of
Jesus.
the kinku. Oh, wait, Jurnis. Just you wait, Jurnis.
Oh, Mads,
I
if you
told-
want to take point, have my spot.
I told Kubur what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Kinku lets out a strange little groaning chirrup as he opens his eyes.
this is gonna be so fucking crazy.
And Mads wiggles the bird head in front of the kinku and says, I'm the wacky bird. You're in a lot of trouble. Tell us everything you know or spend eternity in torment.
Roll intimidation.
I know it's no bardic inspiration, but could I back up Mad's interrogation techniques of horror strings, arrow loot?
Sure, you can help her. So D, you can roll intimidation with advantage. I think D's internet was being mean.
Okay, still in
Boo.
everything.
Yeah, but sometimes it cuts out on her.
Also, before I forget to ask, can I have my dagger back?
It's currently lodged in the corpse of the other Kenku, so... Oh no, wait, this is the guy you hit. You know what? Sure, the dagger that Hunter took off him was yours.
Ah, neat!
There we are. 19! This
Hello?
bird... Heidi.
Yep.
Hello.
This
Okay, I didn't-
bird looks...
I didn't hear anything after I...
You need to start.
He looks at looking around at you guys, and he's kind of quivering. His feathers are all puffed up.
Is that really necessary?
Talk! Wacky Bird wants to know everything!
I just have the mental image of you using the beak to peck him as you say talk.
That's what she's doing. No, that's what she's doing. She's poking him with the bird head.
Oh, good lord.
Sammy actually looks green in the face.
Wacky Bird's getting impatient!
Pinky is horrible. It's horrified. It's just looking at Mads in sheer terror.
At this point, Hunter's gonna gently push Mads aside and get in the bird's face.
Wacky Bird's hungry for eyeballs!
You need to start talking now.
We're gonna set her loose.
Wacky Wackybird's hungry for eyeballs, she says to the others, nodding her head like, don't you agree?
Right
The
now, this
Kenku looks at Hunter and opens its beak, and you hear, in your own voice, "Speak now." And then he starts nodding.
Oh, right. I forgot they could do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sammy throws up. Here.
Ooh.
I don't think we're going to get anything out of him here. But he's not in a very good spot at the moment, I would say.
Hunter,
What?
does Wacky Bird get eyeballs?
He starts shaking his head like terribly. He's like
How about just one, and then we can see if it talks then.
He opens up his beak again, and you hear in like a thin, nasally voice,
Tie up the pretty boy in the back room.
and you see he motions his head and towards the warehouse, and he opens his beak again.
Follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
Oh, well then. That's a good start.
And Mads holds the bird head up again and bops him in the nose or bops him in the beak with Wacky Bird's beak and goes, "Thank you."
He's just trying to back away from Mads.
I would say at this point, for a bit of flair and going along with her being part of the guard, she's gonna pull this little device out of her robes and shoot it up in the air. It's kind of like a flare gun to get the guard's attention.
Okay.
You don't have sending stones for that?
No. The Kenku looks up at the flare and then looks at you and shakes his head. He's like really shaking his head. He opens his beak again, and you hear a deep voice with an orcish accent. Xanathar sends his regards.
Huh?
And then a third voice, a little scratchy one.
No time to loot the place. Get him to the boss.
And then he looks up to the flare, and then looks down the alley, and he's nodding.
I have to ask, do we recognize the second voice? Because it sounds kind of like gnome.
It is not. It's just I have limited voice acting skills.
That's fine, I totally get it. It's hard.
Your voice acting skills are awesome.
Just had to ask to be sure, because fucking gnomes.
Bird looks up at the flare again, looks to Hunter, and he opens up his voice, and you hear Ashward's voice getting away.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll make my way after you once the gods show up.
That's a good idea. Here, Hunter. You take Wacky Bird. Nobody should be alone.
I won't be that alone.
And she's still holding out Wacky Bird for her.
She takes it. Well, no,
Thumbs up, double thumbs up from Mads, and then she moves to go with the others.
Sammy, before you leave, I could use a spot of healing.
Oh, right, sorry.
I got it. You take it easy.
Alright, all of you, drop your weapons. Hands where we can see them.
I love the fact I use a splurge on a second level cast, and what do I get? 1.
Yep.
So, that voice booms down the alley. You turn and see a number of armed and heavily armored members of the City Watch. And that is where we'll end our session.
Woo!
Sometimes we're gonna start in a jail cell for sure.
You didn't get half as far as I expected you.
Oh,
We were having fun, Rob.
I told you.
We did say we'd be stuck and wandering around Waterdeep for 3 hours.
So,
I told you.
play of the game.
Mads.
Mad.
Mad.
what did I do?
Existed.
Everything.
Yep.
Because everything was so good.
Oh,
And the
that's so
cherry
nice
was
of you.
Jerry was blowing up the barrels.
I thought Wacky Bird was actually the cherry on top.
Yeah. No, I'll give it to Wacky Bird.
Fail
The
of
plan with Matt. No, I'm just kidding.
Fail of the game.
Mads getting shot several times by you.
I was going to say
Yeah.
Matt's like
I'd say
inspecting.
Hunter not talking quietly.
Not to mention, I was going to say, Mad's also making Sammy throw up twice.
Our greatest enemy, locked doors.
I think the fail of the game for Mads was going around the entire thing, finding the enemies, telling you all about the enemies, going back in. Well, they seem to be gone. Okay.
You kind of burned your wild shapes, huh?
Yup.
Now I've burnt all my level 2 spell slots. So
I really wish. Sorry.
Just remember, you will have something you need to act on at the start of next week.
Ooh.
Yep.
About what one of the things the Kenku said.
That's why Hunter told everybody else to go ahead and she'll
Bit
she'll
too
wake
late
up with the
now.
guys.
Unless you
much.
can fast talk us out of it.
Tie up the pretty boy in the back room. Alright. So, thoughts, theories, revelations?
well, yeah,
I don't know yet.
Well, yeah,
I
you
want to know
detected
why the
fiend nearby.
Kinkus. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Ashwood detected a fiend nearby.
I think that was you. I think that was Sammy.
Tieflings don't count as fiends.
I know.
Well, there's something to ponder.
Mm.
Maybe something
Well,
else to do about
there is a warehouse next door.
it. You are in a warehouse district. There's a lot around this place. Also, I
Yes.
didn't say it at the time because it would have distracted you, but whenever you're using your primeval sense, you did sense dragons.
Oh!
This is Waterdeep. There are dragons!
Oh, good.
Literally
I
in the
mean-
drinking water.
There are dragons everywhere, so there are gold dragons in my pocket after all.
I actually
Yes, gold dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I actually made a right call because
Nice. But
Dragons, Xanathar, and gnomes. Oh my.
we'll see what happens.
Well,
But yeah,
my favorite enemy, unfortunately, are different.
This is one of the maps I was rushing to make earlier on today.
Whoops, that's the entirety of the description.
Yeah, it'll always show the entirety of the description. And you didn't even get to the other map.
Oh man. We
Oh, hey.
will.
We'll get to
now
that
you can
next
polish it up. You
We'll
can
get
polish it
to
up
the
next week.
sewers eventually.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I'm
so
sure
far,
Mads is gonna hate. Sorry, go ahead.
So far, are you enjoying it? New adventure?
Oh.
people?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Did you like the cameo?
Yes.
I saw lots of
are we
cameos.
talking about? There were tons.
Oh,
I mean,
There were multiple cameos.
Yes.
well, put
There
it
was
like this.
Rictavio. There was,
yeah.
of course,
I saw Esmeralda.
The
the
cameo.
Lady
Sorry, go ahead.
Watcher.
Yeah, I needed NPCs
Warden
to fill out
Kynan.
the tavern, so I just grabbed. assets that were already in my library.
I would have
I
been
like-
confused if suddenly one of our characters had been there.
Well,
I'm sure Ez. Sorry,
go on, D. I'll let you explain.
I was gonna say I'm sure Ez would have been very interested in our friend's tattoo.
It's not a quackle.
I know. I just
Very
meant.
Mads, remember when you went and basically lifted a Minotaur's dinner and smushed it all over yourself?
Yes.
Peachy was not impressed.
Oh no! I didn't realize it was that Minotaur. I saw that Minotaur, but I thought it was just a different one. Hi, everybody.
You would have noticed from the way that she said a peculiar human.
Peachy, Jazra, Shleel, and Emerald were in the yawning portal.
Yes, I know. It was amazing. It made me so happy. It made me so happy because we're missing Devillo, and so it made me really happy to get a little bit of Devillo's characters.
Oh, I linked him a screenshot, and he was very excited.
It's awesome.
He's all good. He's all good.
He's all good. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. I
So much.
promise I will read further in the module over the week.
Yeah, I don't think you need to read further than half of the module because we're never gonna get further.
Well,
We can put this on the back burner. Come back to it.
actually. This is not that long of a module, to be truly honest. And considering these characters are, for all intents and purposes, backup characters, they're not that fleshed out, so there's not going to be that amount of role playing. So,
Yeah.
at certain points, I will be basically pushing on instead of developing the characters because this isn't going to be a long running campaign. So
No,
there
that-
is not going to be as much opportunity for role playing in this one.
Yeah, the idea I had was we get that out of the way in this one, and then it sort of fades away because we know who everybody is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, I would say maybe 5 to 6 sessions.
Possibly.
Which should give Devillo plenty of time to move and get all settled.
Now that you're all settled in, everyone knows I'd be speeding things up. So,
Yep.
I think we'll end that there this week. We'll come back to it next week and have some Into the Maelstrom on Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
going down from the top of the list, we have a good night from the mad druid, Mads.
Good night, everyone, and even though you see me as a bad example, please make sure you wash your hands.
A good night from our little halfling friend, Dirkor.
Good night. Sleep well, my friends. I may not be the most interesting halfling in the world, but when I am, I wash my hands and wear a mask when I'm going out.
A good night from our police kitty, Hunter.
Love Police Kitty Hunter.
Good night, everyone. And if you're in America, for God's sakes, wear a goddamn mask.
That little giggle was
Sick
adorable.
of seeing people not wearing a mask.
And a good night from best boy, Rascal the Kobold Bard.
Oh,
Yay.
thank you. Good night, everybody. And if you see a gnome, kick him in the balls.
You have to stoop pretty low to do that.
Not if you're a kobold.
Kicking a gnome in the balls? That's pretty easy.
I'm setting the bar low, for entry low. Gotta start low. Gotta start easy.
And good night from Sammy the Tiefling.
Blessings of Sehanine upon you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.